Lam holds up a tracker showing the number 11. Fang Yi asks, "What is that thing?" She explains, "It's a basic spiritual energy sensor. Anything over 10 is a total danger zone for normal people. Human lives are fragile. A reading over 10 is basically a disaster that they'll never be able to escape from." The meter hits 60 and her voice starts to shake. "Is it really that high? This is bad." She screams, "The threshold is way too high. If we leave this alone, the whole city will be in danger. We must call in 3 3-star ghost warriors. We need 7 2-star warriors to hold the formation. They must have the purest energy and rock-solid cultivation bases." Hearing that, before anyone can react, Fang Yi lunges into the flames while the others scream for their consultant to stop. There is literally a sign saying "keep out," but this madman dives straight into the inferno. His watch is going nuts, beeping like crazy as the reading spikes past 110. Lam screams the warning as the flames roar even higher. It is rising again. It won't stop. 110? That is officially an S-rank anomaly. He is actually inside. Now what the hell do we do? She hesitates, dwarfed by the massive firestorm. Why would he risk it? Not even the baddest soldiers in the Forbidden Zone would try this solo stunt. Phuong Dich's massive, imposing silhouette stands tall, flickering through the heart of the raging sea of flames. He steps forward to survey the damage. My Yang attribute tanked lightning before, so this heavenly fire should be a piece of cake to block. But while the shield is up, I can't touch the core flame or trigger any of my cultivation techniques. This is tricky. The fire beast is right there, coiled around the basketball hoop. I have to get close, like face to face with the core flame close. Then the fire beast opens its maw and lunges, aiming right for his throat. Phuong Dich doesn't even flinch. He just grits his teeth and throws a hand up. It is a total head-on collision. His golden shield holds firm against the beast's massive jaws. He's barely hanging on against that raw power. Sweat pours down his face as he fights through the agonizing heat. The system interface flashes. Alert! Massive surge in heavenly fire energy detected. He smirks through the pain. This fire is no joke. It's wilder and meaner than even the energy of death itself. But I am definitely taking you home. Even with his face getting scorched and battered, he refuses to back down. He is just built different. System update. You unlock the 9-dragon fire seal. Use the power of the 9 dragons to purge evil and bind all demons. He sends the fire spiraling into the sky. System alert. Your custom technique is now fully unlocked and ready to use without training. Extraction in progress. The fire starts splitting apart. His eyes glow with a new, terrifying intensity as the power surges through him. Eyes shut tight. Patterns of raw power begin etching themselves onto his skin. Heavenly fire attribute successfully acquired. Level up. He slams his palms together. Red eyes snap open as he lets out a deafening roar. 9 dragon fire seal. He is radiating this insane red aura. What started as one flame is now a swarm, with heavy glowing chains wrapping around him and locking the power down. The principal and Lam just stand there, completely stunned. This massive wave of energy is getting bigger by the second. That is a sealing aura. I have only seen high-level military practitioners use that to lock down forbidden zones. His technique is totally different from theirs, but that vibe, that sealing energy is exactly the same. He raises his hand and commands the chains, "Retract!" They spin and tighten around him, dragging the fire and the links into a tiny point. Phuong Dich grabs the bundle of chains, seal complete. He carries the hovering mass of energy as he walks out of the debris. The principal's face lights up with pure relief. He says, "I will keep the fire sealed here for now. Don't open the gym, don't try to fix it, and don't let anyone get close." Understood. That will keep it from spreading. Don't worry, the gym stays locked. It is not like this school is short on places to play anyway. Lam just stands there, watching him. Her brow is furrowed, and she clearly is not happy about any of this. Phuong Dich cracks a joke. "Man, Thonbok is loaded. You guys have like 7 or 8 different gyms here?" The principal laughs. "You have a great sense of humor, advisor. If you need anything else." But Lam cuts him off. "Principal, I need a word with him. Alone." The principal scratches his head and smiles. "No problem at all. Not a problem. He is all yours, ma'am." "What's the deal?" he asks. Lam leans in close, being all mysterious. "Phuong Dich, you are definitely hiding something big." He plays it cool. "It was all right. That fire was pretty tough to handle, though." Her eyes sharpen and her voice gets real cold. "Quit playing dumb. You think I don't know you are hiding your true talent and your actual power level from everyone?" He just gives her a casual smile. "Whatever. I guess every pro has their secrets, especially when they are as ridiculously strong as you are. Phuong Dich, I know I cannot tell you what to do, but I really need you to listen. Outside, the city looks like a total war zone. Smoke and fire are everywhere. It is honestly a complete disaster out there. We are at a massive turning point for the whole world. Hawkwalk really needs top-tier geniuses like you right now. Look at it this way. When the mana fully returns, you will basically be the human equivalent of a nuclear missile. Phuong Dich just stands there, keeping his mouth shut while she makes her case. The military and the guilds will all be fighting over you. Heck, even big players from other countries will probably show up with insane offers to recruit you. Mark my words. She closes her eyes and softens her voice. Look, I have my own reasons too. If you join the army, it gives our Forbidden Zone branch a powerful ally and opens a lot of doors for us. So, I am suggesting you start weighing your options now. That way, you won't be caught off guard when the chaos starts. Fang Yi stayed quiet for a second before finally opening his mouth. I am dying to know one thing. Why do you and Wang Liang refuse to drag me into your Forbidden Zone? Is it because I am just not worthy? Jilan looked rattled for a second before snapping back. It is obviously about that legendary Forbidden Military Zone. Those guys are so ridiculously powerful it is insane. I figured you would be way more into them. He fired back with a smirk. Is that so? She doubled down instantly. For sure, but I rarely see them myself. Word on the street is they have been slammed lately. Long Ying thought to himself. Jia State's elite forces must be drowning in work if even officers in other sectors are hearing the whispers. Jilan waved her hand dismissively. Enough talk. Let us move. The principal wants to treat us to lunch at the Qingcheng University cafeteria. Following behind, Fang Yi wondered if they were actually dealing with some major league trouble of their own. A ton of Pathfinders are popping up everywhere while the city is in danger. This proves some seriously terrifying anomalies have spawned. Their raw power levels are way beyond anything today's Pathfinders can handle. Judging by Jilan's tone, these guys have definitely hit the spirit creation stage like me. Maybe they are even stronger. Feng Yi's brows furrowed as a cold sweat broke out. He looked worried. He thought, the day of spiritual chi recovery is coming fast. We are just not ready yet. He slowly stepped out from the massive wall of flames. I need to figure out how to maximize this celestial fire I grabbed at the stadium. It spreads like crazy, burning everything in its path. It leaves nothing behind, like an endless wildfire. It is perfect for wiping out those anomalies that multiply like crazy over a massive area. Suddenly a wild idea hit him. Fang Yi's eyes went wide and bright. There it is, he thought. This fits my red fire blade technique perfectly. Adding this enchantment is a total upgrade. The more power, the better. One quiet morning in the mountains, ridges stretched out as far as the eye could see. Fang Yi stepped forward, gripping his weapon tight. He stood before a warning sign that said the mountain was dangerous and strictly off limits. He was suspicious. Why would the mountain be totally locked down when there was not even a single anomaly reported nearby? Still, military intel usually does not travel that fast. The only ones who knew I would be training back here were people from the Spirit Chi Association. Fang Yi rubbed his chin and let out a clever, wicked little smirk. Did they just hand me this land for free to run my experiments? If that is the case, I might as well accept the gift. Suddenly, something felt off. He stopped dead in his tracks and froze for a long time. Fang Yi scanned the area, his face darkening. Wait, did some of those bastards actually sneak back here too? This energy signature is exactly like the one at the factory, just not quite as thick. Up on a high branch right behind him, a beastly tail and a hairy foot dangled down into view. The monster perched on the tree limb glared down at him with cold, predatory eyes. Fang Yi rubbed his sword and grinned. This thing has a brain. It is actually measuring my strength to see if it should attack? Fine then, take a good look. The system notified him that celestial fire, also known as Shang Yan, has powerful light attributes to destroy evil. Do you want to fuse the celestial fire attribute into your blade? Yes or no? He raised the sword as it began to hum with massive energy. Yes. A powerful golden flame erupted from the blade. Celestial fire burns eternal. Fang Yi's eyes glowed with golden fire as he flashed a devious grin. This undying celestial flame mixed with my red fire blade style. I wonder what kind of damage this is going to do. He slammed the blade down, releasing 2 fire dragons. Use this to test my blade. The monster recoiled in a panic, teeth bared in pure terror. The fire swirled like a violent tornado, hunting the beast down. It was so terrified that it scrambled to get away. As the flames died down, Fang Yi walked over with a satisfied, cocky smile. Nice. This flame's power is at least double what my original red fire blade technique could ever output. Plus, this massive energy flow does not hurt me at all. He tapped the glowing blade with 2 fingers. It was still shining bright. Fang Yi's gaze went cold as he muttered. Time to hunt that bastard down and see what it is made of. Meanwhile, in the forest, a voice from a phone livestream shouted, Guys, listen, I am seriously not a scammer. I am telling the truth. Do you have any idea what it is like being a super lucky person since the day you were born? The streamer flashed a cute peace sign for the viewers. It is my first day streaming, but content just keeps finding me. Random users in the chat started blowing up. User 1234556 asked if she was fishing. Spicy urban legend said to stop bragging. If you are so brave, go to the north gate of Ching Chung University and film that heat wave. I will drop a big donation. Other stuff is boring. Bro, exposing 5,000-year fakes is so yesterday. Is the elite still on 2G? The real heat is that skyfire at the stadium. All the clips got nuked. Definitely not fake stuff is terrifying. If a streamer actually caught that skyfire, I will do a handstand and eat dirt. Suddenly, the streamer's eyes go wide. She is staring at something totally freakish right in front of her. A beast lunges from behind and pins her down. Her phone slips, slamming into the pavement with a nasty crack across the screen. The camera catches everything her gasping for air as the monster's claws dig in, pinning her to the cold ground. The comments are blowing up. Urban legends just got real. What happened to her? Did she just see a ghost? Oh please, expert debunker my butt. This acting is so extra, and those effects? Totally looks like a budget filter. Tears are streaming down her face. She is choking on her own screams while that monster keeps coming, flashing a mouthful of sharp fangs. Out of nowhere, the skyfire blazes in for the save. The beast retreats, leaving the chat absolutely losing their minds in the comments. Holy crap, what was that? That fire dragon effect is insane. Notifications are popping off all over the screen. 1354. 4 people. The streamer girl bolts upright and starts asking questions with a shaky voice. Who are you? She quickly grabs her phone. The streamer laughs, pointing her camera at the blazing power of the fire as it glows. I got it. I caught it. There is someone standing right inside the fire. The screen shows Phuong Dich flickering inside that glowing gold fire. It has got to be a god. A deity just saved her. His face is plastered all over the news now. Everyone is talking. A blade of light through the fire. One strike to shatter the sky. An immortal has come to save the world. That skyfire was nothing. Just a mysterious guy with one hell of a blade. King of the flames, making a bed of fire. 13 million views and he is top of the charts. Thanh Lee's friend is geeking out at the computer. Thanh Ly, get over here. This guy is a total legend. True cultivators actually exist. The skyfire is the real deal. Thanh Ly just crosses her arms, totally blowing it off. Seriously? Don't fall for that. Everything online is just staged with cheap effects. But then, something catches her eye. Thanh Ly glues her face to the screen, stammering in disbelief. Is this? Her friend just smirks right back. Told you I was not lying. You are such a dork sometimes. Thanh Ly? Hey, Thanh Ly. Her face goes pale. She is biting her lip, sweating, refusing to believe her eyes. She keeps telling herself it is all just clever editing and camera tricks. No way, she thinks. That definitely is not him. The build is similar, but that is it. If it were really him, he would be ashes by now. If it is him, is he coming for payback? Whatever. There is no way I am ever bowing down to that guy. Cut to number 81, showing her phone to Lin Yi. Hey, Yi, does not this guy look kind of familiar? He looks exactly like that traveler who saved us from those vines earlier. The little girl nods back immediately. Totally agree. Plus, I heard a high-level master just broke through to the spirit creation realm right near my house. Could they be the same person? Meanwhile, out in the woods, Hyunya checks her phone and turns to Old Lee. Hey, Old Lee, look at this. Is that Fang? He feels way stronger now. Old Lee smiles. Man, that sword swing is a carbon copy. It is definitely him. Looks like we really hitched our wagon to a superstar back then. We got lucky. Cut to a massive skyscraper under a bright, sunny sky. A voice starts echoing through the air. A crisis is stalking the city, and our elite travelers just do not have the muscle to handle it. The chairman speaks up in the meeting. Word is the military had a deep talk with Phuong Dich. Little Sue? Thanh Huynh asks confidently. I know he will step up for us. In another room, Jilan speaks. He hit the spirit creation realm in record time. What kind of freak is he? Even the anomalies start shaking the second they see him coming. Seriously, how many top-tier attributes does this guy actually have tucked away? Han sighs. 3, maybe more. With that kind of heat, we look like total clowns. Our only move is to get him on our side. So you are saying the big bosses upstairs have actually decided to reach out themselves? He closes his eyes and explains. The call is made, but the brass still is not ready to swallow their pride and talk to Phuong Dich directly. Most top-tier elites came from the army anyway. Hanlei turns to leave, asking if Phuong Dich needs anything like gear or tools. Check the latest tech, give him any prototype weapons or gear we have just finished. Find him a good place to train and gift it to him. Also, scrub this live stream and all those posted videos. Now, Thanh Huynh looks up, worried. Every powerful soul in the country has their eyes on him now. That kid. Jilan smirks, eyes closed. I am genuinely dying to see what kind of chaos he stirs up next. Heart monitor beeping in the silence. A soft whisper. Hey, Master. Looks like Hawkwalk finally has some real hope. Gia Lam sits by the bed, feeling heavy. With a powerhouse like that showing up, your odds of waking up just got way better. One day later, outside the building surrounded by deep woods, the first rays of morning sun start slicing through the trees. Phuong Dich sits in the kitchen picking at breakfast, his brain totally fried with a million thoughts. Rumors are flying everywhere. Who knew some clout-chasing streamer would sneak into the back mountains for views? People will risk anything for fame these days. He chews his toast, thinking. But now that video has vanished from the internet. The entire stream channel is totally locked down by someone. Probably the military or the Spirit Association scrubbing the evidence. Phuong Dich snaps out of it, noticing something is off. He stares at MANHWA's door, his heart sinking with worry. Wait, she never came home last night. Not even a single text. What gives? Even for a mission, this is weird. He grabs his phone, dialing fast. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? She is not usually this flaky, right? But all he gets is that annoying automated voice. We are sorry. The subscriber you are trying to reach is out of the service area. Terror washes over Phuong Dich's face. He mutters to himself, something is wrong. I have to go find her now. MANHWA and 81 trek through the thick, eerie fog. She whispers softly, Hey, 81. How long have we been stuck in this place? Can you give me a ballpark estimate? 81 groans, exhausted. Maybe 10 hours? I lost track. Look, I am so sorry for dragging you into this mess. I thought it was just some basic ghost shadow. She winces in pain, but MANHWA cuts her off. All right, drop the apologies. Bottom line, I was not strong enough. Look, just stay sharp and conserve your energy. She stares ahead with cold, hard focus. Deep down, she wishes she could be strong like that legendary master. Right then, a massive demon with glowing red eyes looms behind them in the freezing dark, and they have no clue it is there. She turns around and sees a black claw inches from her face. Watch out, MANHWA screams, throwing up a seal. A blue shield swirls around her partner. She pushes every ounce of power into a blue light beam, slamming it right into that downward swinging claw. Shadows blur past. MANHWA knocks the dark figures back as 81 gasps. Are these the people who got trapped and died here? Yeah, they are total zombies now, she replies. This thing is just messing with us. It wants to absorb us. 81 chimes in. Our attacks are not doing a damn thing to this black mist, and our spirit energy is tanking way too fast. We do not even know where the anomaly is hiding. It is just waiting for us to run completely dry and lose all our power. It is treating us like prey, just wearing us down. In here, the thing seems totally invincible. 81 narrows her eyes, thinking hard. Suddenly she screams. A glowing red circle, like a massive eye, rips open inside the black mist. That red mass is pulsing like a living muscle, and something gross is dripping from the bottom edge. Tiny red rings break off and float in the vortex. She stumbles, then slams energy into her arm to block a jagged strike. 81 snarls, Get lost, you freak. MANHWA warns, It is losing patience. Do not let your guard down for a second. Her killer instinct steadies as her eyelids stop twitching. A flash from behind, red light spears through the smoke, and she dives to avoid it. Dozens of eyes are circling MANHWA now. She thinks to herself, Is this really how I go out? She looks up toward a faint light, hair brushing her face. I cannot hear 81 anymore, she realizes with a shudder. Makes sense. The darkness has completely swallowed us both. She takes a deep breath, blinking slowly to stop her hands from shaking. I am so sorry, she thinks. I was way too cocky, thinking just the two of us could handle this mission alone. Yeah, the path of a cultivator is straight up lethal. I always figured I might just vanish in some random forgotten hole. She reaches out, grasping at nothing. I wonder, what will the world even look like when I am gone? How will the secret cultivators underground step up when things get real? The epic changes coming after the spirit recovery. I guess I will never get to see them now. Her eye twitches once as a single, lonely tear finally falls from her lashes. Her eyes go wide. She reaches toward a sudden, violent explosion of brilliant blue light right in front of her. Beams of radiance set the whole place on fire. Phuong Dich dives into the glow, slamming his hand into the burning center. His blue eyes flash like cold steel. Man, that was way too close, he mutters. MANHWA bursts into tears. Cousin! She screams. He triggers a massive blue shockwave that cracks the air, blasting MANHWA safely away from the blast zone. Phuong Dich stands tall in the darkness, his fist clenched as blue energy continues to hum around him. I knew it, she thinks. My cousin is definitely no ordinary guy. Then she shrieks in terror. Look out! The true form of the anomaly is right behind you to the right side. He grips his weapon tight as it starts glowing with intense light. Perfect timing. Let's see how this heaven fire handles these dark attribute freaks, Phuong Yi thought to himself. He spun around, orange flames erupting from his fist. As the monster behind him roared, he yelled, "Flame blade technique!" A massive wave of fire slammed right into the beast. Lin Yi stared ahead, totally silent. Number 81 piped up, "Yi, are we dead?" Then she looked at the carnage. "Holy crap, what kind of firewall is this? Did we just go to hell with that monster?" The little girl stayed chill, saying, "Take a closer look. We are very much still alive." Number 81 blinked. "Wait, we are alive? Is that you? Did you do this? Problem solved." "I have not even had breakfast yet," he joked. Both girls and Lin Yi smiled at him. Number 81 stared at Fang Yi. Her eyes went wide as she realized something. "Wait, it is you. Back in Yanghuo town at the Death Vines, you are the one who saved us." He felt awkward. "Was I really that easy to spot?" he asked. Lin Yi chimed in. "Hold on," she said. "The fire master who rescued us before? That was my cousin?" 81 was stoked. "For real? That top-tier boss is your cousin? Did you not say he was just some normal guy?" Fang Yi scratched his head, smiling like a dork. She grabbed Lin Yi's shoulder, shaking her. "This guy is a lifesaver. One swing and he wiped out the whole wasteland. He even broke the defense of that scary 3-star Ghost Axe guy. Even Sister Gia Lam noticed him." The girl thought, was her cousin really that high-level fire user? But just now, he used insanely pure lightning energy to crush that Blackbone anomaly. He is a high-level dual-attribute super genius. Both his lightning and fire energy are way beyond what I can do. Wait, could the legend who broke through to the soul stage in our neighborhood be my cousin? Energy gathered at his fingertip as he pointed upward. Fang Yi spoke up. Okay, it is me, but I have got some questions for you two. You know, these dark anomalies aren't like the regular trash mobs, right? Why are you alone? Where are your teammates?" he asked. Number 81 spoke up quickly. "Well, Ngu Mao is apparently super sick. He used to hide his missions from his family, but now he is grounded or something, so he is a no-show. The big guy is off on some harder mission, and our other friends are not always hanging out with us anyway," Lin Yi admitted quite sheepishly. "Yeah, I totally underestimated this. I thought hitting the 3-star Ghost Axe rank meant I could handle anything." He stood there, watching the two girls and thinking things over. Fang Yi thought to himself, "Looks like these teammates all have their own selfish motives. This squad is not going to last much longer. If they want to bail, let them. I will never abandon number 81. She was annoyed with them earlier, but now she is defending them in front of a stranger. She is actually really loyal to her friends. My cousin is super smart though. I bet she figured that out a long time ago. Listen, cousin, since you and your friend already know my secret identity, and I happen to trust the both of you quite a lot," Fang Yi continued, "how about we team up? But you cannot tell anyone about this." Lin Yi went quiet to think, but number 81 was super hyped. "Really? Boss, that is amazing. My lips are totally sealed. Man, I am lucky to be riding her coattails." The girl teared up, thinking, "My cousin is such a powerful awakened. He must have known I was one too and was secretly protecting me." It turns out that on this lonely path of cultivation, having a reliable family member to help and walk beside you is pure happiness. Lin Yi bit her lip, tears still falling. She smiled. "Okay, thanks, cousin. Tonight, I will fry up 2 extra eggs for you." At the park, she checked her phone. Sister Gia Lam just posted a new mission. She focused on the text notification. Gia Lam announced a mission in the land of extreme yin to collect dark attribute items. Fang Yi spoke up. "Dark attribute, huh? Do you know anything about this land of extreme yin? It is on the border of the dark zone that Xia country strictly forbids. The dark energy there is insane, so most awakened just take the long way around to avoid it." She continued, "Most of the anomalies in the city right now actually leaked out from there. The government has not even explored the deep parts yet. I heard some really bad accidents happened." Fang Yi said, "Is that so? Then we have to try. Go ahead and ask her for the details. Will she answer?" Number 81 replied, "Probably not. Sister Gia Lam is mysterious and barely speaks." He thought, the land of extreme yin is restricted by Xia country and has a high body count. Yet Gia Lam can still hand out missions for it? That is pretty suspicious. She is either a gutsy outlaw or she is high-ranking military. I am personally betting she is part of the council. A notification from Feng Haju flashes across the screen. "Hey, Sister Lam, we want in. What is the plan?" Lam replies, "The mission is to harvest some 7-cent flowers. Just a heads up, the payout for this job is way bigger than the usual trash. But listen, every threat in the Yin lands is dark element. These anomalies are on a whole different level of danger compared to your past missions. So, squad up before you sign the dotted line." Number 81 gasps. "Yo, what is up? Why is Sister Lam giving us all the tea like this?" Lin Yi stares at her phone, thinking hard. She taps out another message. "Gia Lam, this job might involve S-rank anomalies. Mortality rates are sky high. You guys better think twice before you go jumping into this mess. Find a powerful, reliable traveler to squad up with before you even think about signing up. She walks and talks. Fine, let us leave it at that. We will just see if the guy actually bites or not. Fang Yi scoffs. Huh? A powerful and reliable traveler? Lin Yi thinks to herself, this is getting way too intense. This is way too blunt. She might as well have said, I know you. I know you are interested. Do you have the guts to show up? He continues, hey cousin. Looks like she is throwing some serious shade directly at me. In the swamp, a dark shape looms, white fangs flashing. Fang Yi speaks up, interesting. This Yinland place, I am actually down to take a little road trip there. The screen shows messages between Lin Yi and Jia Lam. Someone chimes in, Sister Lam, their squad is over on this side now. She says it is fine. If he is a traveler that Great Xia can actually count on, he will show his face. The other guy adds, but if he does not show, then this whole batch of travelers will just… Jia Lam cuts in. If he does not come, then it just was not meant to be yet. She asks, do you think this flower hunt is just a trap to send our best fighters to their deaths? The other guy stammers, Sister Lam, she sets the bouquet down and says, taking on a suicide mission like picking these flowers has a point that is the total opposite of how it looks. Jia Lam continues, this is the only way to build up power for Great Xia. Only by grabbing those 7-cent flowers can we save even more of our fellow travelers, even the future backbone of the nation. On a quiet train, a kid points out Fang Yi leaning against a pole with his long weapon. 3 girls stand by the bed. One says, our top-tier fighters are dropping like flies, and we do not even know if they will make it or not. She squeezes his hand. No matter what happens, we have got to get our hands on more of those flowers. Master, as the only traveler in all of Great Xia to reach the legendary Diamond Realm, we must use those 7-cent flowers to treat you and wake you up. A Diamond Realm warrior is just as valuable as a nuclear weapon in today's world. That man is our biggest leverage in negotiations with other countries, both before and after this whole mana restoration thing happened. So, even if we lose a few Jia Lams, a few armies, or even more travelers, it is all worth it. The old man's eyes are shut tight, red veins bulging under his oxygen mask. Golden flashes weave into a halo. A figure barely covers their face before stumbling back. Someone says, the mission is big, but your health matters just as much. She stays silent, her face hardening with pure killing intent. Jia Lam bites her lip. My health matters? She screams in a rage. Yeah, it really does, because my life was paid for by the teammates who saved me. Suddenly, something clicks, and Jia Lam goes quiet. Her eyes lost in thought. She sighs regretfully. My bad, I should not have snapped at you girls. The other girl replies, Sister Lam, I spoke out of turn. Is your headache back? Jia Lam says, I am fine. It is not time for my meds yet. Thinking of her old squad, she says, I was just never mind, that is all in the past. She remembers the life and death struggle they all went through together. Swordbearer squad, retreat immediately. This pitch black zone is seriously a piece of work, is it not? Little Lamb, the flower mission, we are leaving it all to you. Do it for Master, for Great Xia, and for every single one of us. Jia Lam screams, no, I am not leaving you, Cap. He uses every last bit of strength to shield her. Take our elemental powers. I hope you can use them. You have to make it back alive. Jia Lam says sadly. They gave me their mana, not knowing that if blood touches it or you miss a piece, the 7-cent flower becomes totally worthless. 1 hour and 45 minutes later, 3 people trek across a cold gray plain toward distant mountains. Number 80, one moans. How many more miles is this gonna take? She pipes up. Hey, I was just wondering, Big Boss Yi. You guys are so OP. Why do we not just fly for a while? Lin Yi explains that until the world's mana is rich enough, even top-tier travelers are stuck walking. Fang Yi's cold red eyes scan the area. He is on high alert, watching every move in the shadows. Suddenly, Fang Yi speaks up. Is that the pitch black zone right ahead of us? He thought to himself, shrouded in dark energy. Even with all these barriers, he could still smell that foul stench. Number 81 said, this nasty smell is 100 times worse than the monsters we met last night. Lam Y stayed calm. We are already here anyway, Phuong Dich said. Not bad. Look ahead. Plenty of other pioneers showed up. A few people stood around chatting, while some guy in armor sat on a truck roof. Lam Y said, right, it is not just about the reward. 81 and I have seen it. Dark energy is bloodthirsty and hostile, she continued, and now these riots are breaking out in the city. He muttered, yeah, I have fought those shadow freaks twice already. One was a mutant rabbit, but it looked more like a massive, nasty rat. Phuong Dich added, then there was that giant snake in the factory. They are smarter than that rabbit. They set traps and nearly wiped out the entire association squad. Bottom line, these things are incredibly cunning. They are dodging military patrols. Blue light reflects off the steel pillars nearby. Tex checked the pipes while Phuong Dich kept his eyes open. No idea how they do it, but these anomalies are getting out of control. A dark bird circled the ruins as fire swallowed another building below. "We are going in," he said. The crowd waited for the supervisor to signal. Thanh Huynh stared ahead, looking like she just solved a puzzle. "Wait, what?" Thanh Huynh gasped. "Phuong Dich is here? And he brought 2 girls?" Chu Thanh called her boss, but Thanh Huynh just prayed. "Please do not see me. Is that Captain 2 over there?" Chu Thanh waved. "Oh, hey, you are heading to the Dark Zone too? That is great." Thanh Huynh scratched her head. Military records had his file. "Who is she? Is she Y's sister-in-law?" Lam Y looked just as confused. "Not even close. She is my assistant, Captain 2 from the association. That sounds even worse." Suddenly, some voices mocked them from behind. "Shameless brats," Old Dang grumbled. "These pioneers are getting younger and younger lately. No respect. They do not even greet elders, just making noise in a place like this. I just hope you kids can actually trust each other once we are inside." 81 snapped. "My temper is," but Lam Y stopped him. 81 saw Phuong Dich shake his head and stopped. "Hey, old man, watch yourself today." Old Dang ignored her and looked away. "Ride is here. Let's go." The door opened and Gia Lam stepped out, shocking the crowd. "Look, it is Sister Gia Lam." Her face was stone cold. She walked with her cloak fluttering, looking intense. "Who exactly is she?" 81 asked. "She is a big deal," Phuong Dich said. "Maybe she is our key inside." Her blue eyes flashed as lightning surged behind her. She gripped a glowing seal, summoning a blue vortex. She shouted, "Everyone is here." Then the red gate opened. Gia Lam stood tall. "You can enter now, but listen carefully. The flowers must be perfect. No bloodstains or you get no reward. Now, get moving." Phuong Dich and the group watched everything in silence. As they filed in, Old Dang complained. "She is sending us to die." A young man told him to shut it. "If we die, we are just missing. Unless the government pays your family. Doesn't that basically prove they are the ones who did the killing?" He stays silent, looking deeply troubled and lost in thought. Thanh Huynh whispers, "That middle-aged dude over there is likely a 1-star soul creator, just like you. See those quiet types? They look like hidden pros who suppress their energy so nobody could easily gauge their true power levels. The rest are solid practitioners with steady cultivation, mostly 2- or 3-star Ghost Mansion realm fighters with serious combat skills. Every squad's power level seems pretty evenly matched." Phuong Dich mutters thoughtfully as he observes the group. "Man, this mission is no joke. I cannot believe they found so many elite teams. Is that guy from earlier a soul creator too? Why does his spiritual energy feel so low?" The secretary pipes up. "Miss Lam, the character statistics are finally complete. Dark Zone breakdown. 37 2-stars, 12 3-stars, and 3 1-star soul creators are currently in the area. Difficulty ranges from rank B to rank S." She says, "All right, kids, get your butts over to the monitors right now. I've already finished all the prep work, so just relax." Skeleton Valley is a total wreck. Charred trees stretch black branches over the cracked, nasty ground. We hit the wasteland and dark mist surrounds us. Number 81 starts groaning. "Stay close. Visibility is 0 in this fog. If we do not stick together, we will get lost in this soup and lose our heads in no time." Number 81 drops to the dirt. "Sorry, I am gonna barf. I just cannot hold it in anymore." Thanh Huynh pats her shoulder. "Chill. It is just the stench of rotting corpses and brain fluid mixing together. You are not the only one gagging. It is totally normal." Number 81 wipes her chin, still looking ghostly and pale. Thanh Huynh points ahead. "Check them out. That squad up there has the exact same rank as us. They are tossing their cookies too. For us practitioners, this dark energy is basically just pure toxic pollution. Things get really weird and complicated inside the Dark Zone. Usually, rank B anomalies are like ghost realm threats. We can generally handle the damage radius they cause. But rank A is a whole different beast. It is soul creation level. It is where energy goes wild, especially in a localized hellhole like this Dark Zone. Rank S is Vajra level or even higher, basically a total disaster. But keep in mind, dark attributes in this zone get a major power boost. A regular rank B monster here basically levels up to rank A the second it enters." Number 81 gasps. "Seriously? News to me. I get it now. But what about Captain 2? How come you guys are not getting sick from the rot or the pollution? You are overthinking it. We handle this trash daily. My captain is already a 3-star ghost pro. Plus, lately, Neem Huk has been grinding to evolve his water power into a variant ice attribute. Since we are the same rank, Captain, do you feel your spiritual energy draining just like mine? The second I hit this thick fog, my mana started tanking. It is way worse than our last mission." Thanh Huynh nods. "Tons of experts died here. Even military elites got wrecked. We have to be careful. Let's move. Keep moving, everyone. This mission is the top priority right now. MANHWA adds, I lost sight of the front group. Huddle up. I am going to stop talking to save my breath. Focus your spiritual energy. Do not let this mist find a single gap in your defenses. Weird. Now that I am actually inside, I do not feel sick at all. Maybe my sun and lightning buffs are nuking the darkness. Or maybe my soul creation level just makes me more resistant. On the other side of the field, a young man lunges high into the air. He swings a glowing blade, slicing a ghost. Dark zone anomalies are totally overrated. Old Dang laughs. Listen up, boys. Those rotting flowers are definitely ours. Let's show these young punks what real power looks like. Go get them, Pops! Now MANHWA is coughing, her lips pressed tight as she tries not to lose her lunch. She lets out a pained gasp. Phuong Dich looks back at her and thinks, she is just a kid, after all. He taps her back with a glowing hand. The nausea vanishes instantly. She looks up, completely stunned by the feeling. Whoa, big bro, you are literally glowing right now. MANHWA shouts in surprise. The sick feeling and the gloom are gone. It is like standing in the warm winter sun. Thanh Huynh smiles. That is soul creation power for you. A rare fire attribute is truly elite. Ever since I hit 3 stars in the Ghost Mansion, I've really felt the attributes. My wood power sucks life from the environment, but Captain Su's ice mutation? That's some rare stuff. I've never seen anything like it in this field. Not fire, Phuong Dich muttered. It's pure yang energy we're dealing with here. Sorry for keeping you in the dark. That fire at the North Gate and the university gym? Yeah, that was me. He kept going. These anomalies are different. Yang and heavenly fire aren't the same thing. Qingying gasped. Whoa, you're just gonna admit it like that? So what, you're rocking 3 high-level rare attributes now? That's insane. Phuong Dich thought about his desolation power. Better keep that hidden tall trees catch the wind. Something like that, he shrugged. Plus, I got 81 heads. Shaking, she stammered. Wait, so I'm still stuck below the 3-star rank? I can't feel my element yet, but it's probably metal. Look, big bro, I promise if we get out of here alive, I'll never bug you again. Use that yang power to warm me up a bit. Phuong Dich just smiled. Fine, he said. One day of warmth, coming up. He slammed a hand onto her back, dumping spirit energy. Number 81 let out a sharp yell. Xiao Than asked, What's with all the slapping? So warm, she whispered, eyes shut in total bliss. Man, that's the spot. Phuong Dich looked at Captain Su. Hey, does your squad want to hit too? She grinned. Not bad. Xiao Than cheered. Don't just stand there. Do it. The team agreed. Your move. All 3 of them were soaking in his spirit energy. Honestly, they'd never felt better in their lives. Giant beast, feet and razor claws thudded against the frozen, dead earth. Heavy, deadly. Phuong Dich's eyes flashed crimson as he scanned the area. Heads up, something nasty is coming. Captain Su fired a blue blast straight into the dark. What is that thing? Captain Su screamed. 81 was right in front, paralyzed with pure terror. She looked up at the massive mountain of a ghost. Holy crap, she choked. The beast was dripping purple fire with blood-red eyes. Its roar made the air feel like sludge. Watch out, it's a grade A. Captain Su's blue light exploded like a spear. She yelled, I got this! Before blasting a beam at the rising, red-eyed monster. Grabbing the sharp blue crystals, she muttered, This one's gonna be a real pain. It's gone? Zombies started crawling up behind Phuong Dich. His eyes glowed red, sensing the trap. Trapped by corpses, they stood back to back. Shadows crawled across the floor. Something was moving under their feet. Watch your step, Phuong Dich barked, pulling his glowing blade. Everyone, get the hell back now. Phuong Dich's eyes burned gold. The killing intent was heavy. He was ready to end this. He dropped and unleashed a massive strike. Flames roared, swallowing the entire horizon. Phuong Dich stood in the center of the inferno, looking like a god of war. Screams echoed from the fire. It's too hot! Stop! Don't burn me! He rested the sword on his shoulder. Safe for now. They're gone. It looked like a crowd, but it was just 2 monsters. He turned to Captain Su. Didn't expect the freaks out here to start mimicking human voices. That's a new one. She smirked. Probably learned it after snacking on enough people. They're quick learners. These things are juiced up by the dark zone, he warned. Even the runts are grade A. You're dead meat if you aren't at spirit creation rank. Lam appeared, gathering purple energy in her palms as the ground continued to burn around them. One shot, she thought. He deleted 2 grade A's instantly. Even I'd have to sweat for a few rounds. MANHWA chimed in. If the captain's right, we need to stick together. If we don't, these things will just shift shapes and hide right among us. Watch your back. They'll wait until we relax to strike. 81 sat there, silent. Hey, Phuong Dich snapped. 81, get up. She stared at him. This guy's aura was suffocating, way scarier than any zombie or demon. One touch and she'd probably turn to ash. Is this what rank pressure feels like? I can't even catch my breath. Phuong Dich spun around, spotting something off. Lam Wai walked over. You guys hear that? Sounds like waves up ahead. Phuong Dich stayed quiet, deep in thought. Suddenly, everyone froze. Something impossible was happening right in front of them. Suddenly, two people bolted in terror. This situation had spiraled way out of their control. Run for your lives, one screamed. It's pure evil. The other yelled, help, it's a ghost. Phuong Dich and the team stared ahead. He was ice cold, calculating. Behind him, the crowd was in total chaos. Someone whispered, is that the thing? The one that could wipe out an entire legendary army? Old Dang grunts. It is the Dark Tide. His crew is booking it, screaming their heads off for someone to save them. He pops a blue shield, acting all tough. The Dark Tide? Just because the army failed doesn't mean I will. Watch a pro work. Idiots. This loot is already mine. With that, Dang pulls a 180 and charges straight into the heart of that shadowy mess. But once the darkness starts crawling up his skin, he panics. Wait, this is all wrong. Something is way off here. Creepy black hands sprout everywhere, looking ready to swallow the old man whole. His voice fades. Not rank A, not even rank S. It is way worse. I can't let it catch me. He gets dragged into a magic trap, screaming as he goes. Everyone else is losing it, yelling about how heavy the dark energy feels. Are they beyond saving? Can we even outrun this? Phuong asks Captain Sue, his voice tight with worry. What exactly is the Dark Tide? She replies, the absolute peak of darkness, a pure rot that devours everything it touches. Even the anomalies inside aren't safe. We planned this mission to avoid the tide. How is this happening? My God, are the people up front actually gone? Phuong just stares ahead, dead, silent, and focused. Lin Yi gasps. So this is the Dark Tide? I have only read about this craziness on the forums. They say it can wipe out an entire city. Cousin, maybe we should bail? Is it too late to run? Phuong doesn't say a word, just taps into his hidden power. He flares his energy, shielding the whole squad. Phuong shouts, don't flip out. This barrier is specifically designed to counter dark energy. Just stay calm. We need to pool our strength to keep this barrier up. It is the only way to survive the tide's impact. Qingying snaps. What are you doing? The dark tide is basically pure darkness condensed into a physical form. We can't fight this. That high-level spirit realm guy just got eaten alive in like 2 seconds flat. Phuong summons both fire and ice powers at once. He grins. Condensed or not, I am gonna take it down. Lin Yi screams as Phuong rockets into the sky. Qingying looks up, stunned. Wait, did I hear him right? He's actually trying to destroy the dark tide? Armed with fire and ice, Phuong dives headfirst into the abyss, going full throttle. Sword in hand, he streaks forward like a bolt of light, his whole body glowing with a golden aura. Creepy fireballs float all around while Phuong calmly scans the area, sizing up the mess he just jumped into. Just as I thought, he mutters. Standing among the monsters, his body lights up like a neon sign. These aren't just your typical rank A anomalies evolved by darkness. They are more like high-end, super-fused upgrades of the original monsters. Phuong thinks to himself, jumping from B to A, then A to S. This entire Darktide anomaly is easily ranked triple S level. No doubt. No wonder it is chewing through spirit realm cultivators like they are nothing. These guys are supposed to be elites. It is wiping out humanity's finest without breaking a sweat. Suddenly, Phuong forms a massive ice ball in his hand. Phuong hurls the ice, shredding the monster in a heartbeat. The beast lets out a deafening roar, unleashing a wave of pure terror that fills the air. He charges ahead, his eyes glowing red with a gaze sharp enough to cut right through his enemies. His eyes burst into a golden flame as Phuong lets loose, waves of fire exploding outward to consume everything. He thinks, Spirit Realm power plus an upgraded weapon. That is a lethal combo right there. I struggled against that rank B snake before, but now? I am literally shredding rank A fused monsters inside the dark tide without even trying. Phuong's red eyes widen as he spots something. He squints ahead. Wait, is that the guy from before? Looks familiar. Is he still breathing? Wrapped in creepy red smoke, the man's body twitches violently as he groans, nearly swallowed by the abyss. Phuong keeps thinking, he is still reacting. There is life in him yet. Looks like the darkness hasn't completely drained his energy reserves just yet. His spirit realm foundation is pretty shaky compared to mine. But hey, he's the real deal. There's still a tiny sliver of hope to save him. Hand raised high in the inferno, blue sparks gather as he calls down the divine thunder. Heaven opens up with a crash. The lightning strike rips the ground apart, shaking the world in a blinding blue-white glare. He yells, 100 refinements! Old Dang is totally helpless, darkness eating him alive. Fang stands over him, sword ready, and speaks. There is a chance to save you, but it is slim. He stands there with his fire sword, deep in thought. Glowing in gold, Fang mutters. Infinite growth, huh? Is this what makes rank S anomalies so special? Guess we will see. Fang says, let's test this out then. Defensive energy. Release. Amidst the red rage, he is the only golden light holding the line. System alert, extreme dark energy detected. This attribute's power is super weird. I can't even extract it right now. Fang Yi thought, I hit the soul creation stage and still can't pull this dark energy? Crazy. Guess the darkness is just on a whole different level compared to other powers. He gave a smug little grin like he cracked the code. Standing before the anomalies, Fang Yi thought, since I can't kill it for good or just eat the energy, I've got to try something different. He glowed gold and charged right at the beast, thinking, man, I wish I had my little white flower. I'd use my desolate power to show this dark energy who is boss. But what else have I got? Flames licked his face, but his red eyes stayed cold as ice. He thought, oh wait, I get it now. Don't I already have the perfect tool for this mess? While Thanh Huynh worked on the barrier, number 81 asked, Captain 2, have you ever seen anything like this before? Thanh Huynh replied, honestly, my knowledge is limited. I have never seen anything like this. Everyone huddled inside the barrier. Someone whispered while looking ahead, the dark tide is actually standing still. Lin Yi was shaking. What is up with this shield? When we fought the ghost vine, I wasn't this scared. This place is just creepy. My cousin has been in there forever. What if something went totally wrong? Thanh Huynh grabbed her hand. Look, his shield is still up, right? It only flickered for a second. We just need to pool our power to reinforce it. Besides, if a guy that strong goes down, we're all dead anyway. We'd just be buried right next to him. She added, he's got multiple crazy attributes from the soul creation stage. I wouldn't be surprised if his real power is already at 3 stars in the soul creation realm. 3-star ghost mansion nobodies like us aren't exactly qualified to rescue him. They both went quiet until Lin Yi giggled. Captain 2, you're actually pretty funny. Thanh Huynh asked, really? My team says the same thing. You feeling a little better now? Streaks of red mist slammed into a wall of gold light, making the whole world shake like crazy. The whole crew was stunned. Suddenly, Fang Yi unleashed the 9-dragon sky fire seal. Golden flames swirled like massive dragons, swallowing up everything in sight. He let out a roar as both energies exploded. Pillars of gold fire and blue light shot straight up. Number 81 cheered. Yi Yi, look at your cousin. The girl's eyes went wide. That move is so freaking cool. Fang Yi channeled his fire until a flaming dragon roared and slammed straight into the pitch-black ground. Jialan whispered, Skyfire attribute, seal. She stared ahead and wondered, did he really just seal the dark tide? Fang Yi clenched his fist, blue lightning exploding down his arm as he moved like a total blur. He slammed the blue lightning and gold fire together, creating a vortex that wiped out the shadows. Fang Yi yelled, 9-dragon decree. Blue lightning surged like a wave to catch the falling gold fire. He shouted as the seal formed under him, swirling flames, swallowing white lightning and turning into a golden storm. Fang Yi crushed his energy together, weaving the flames into a massive, glowing gold sphere. He slammed the golden orb down, sending a wave of fire across the ground to clear everything. Fang Yi said, we are safe for now. Found something unexpected, a survivor. What do we do with him? Lin Yi ran up to him, crying, cousin, you are okay. Thank goodness. Thanh Huynh spoke up. Just hand him over to my team. We will handle him, boss. She looked at him and asked, you just sealed a high-level dark attribute, so why the long face? Fang Yi crossed his arms. He said he wanted to destroy the dark tide, and he actually pulled it off. This guy is really something. Then he added, this seal is only temporary. There is way too much dark energy here. We need to move while it's still holding. Grab those 7 scented flowers now. Thanh Huynh nodded, understood. We will get this guy back to the Soul Union for medical help. She asked, what about the others? Did nobody else make it out? Fang Yi shook his head. Not a shred of clothing or a single bone left. Aside from this guy, everyone was probably swallowed by the darkness, no matter how strong they were. Number 81 said, they were just alive a minute ago. Now they're gone. Maybe I'm just cold-blooded. Honestly, I'm just real glad I didn't have to watch them die. Everyone fell silent again after that. He turned around. Yi, number 81, you guys and the captain go ahead. The black pool is still the biggest threat. It's better if I cover the rear. The girl nodded. Got it. Fang Yi stood tall on a jagged rock, hand on his sword, staring straight ahead. The system pinged, scanning for intense dark energy waves. Standing on the black rock, he waved his hand as purple light swirled around him. Scan successful, the system reported. Fang Yi floated in the night air, arms wide, as pillars of purple light erupted all around him. System alert, initiating ultimate calculation power, currently compiling data. He closed his eyes, purple marks crawling over his skin as his energy surged. Compilation complete. Fang Yi's eyes snapped open, purple flames burning as his cold gaze ripped through the darkness. The system keeps pinging. You just unlocked a dark attribute technique, the Infinite Shadow Realm. It creates a lockdown mist zone. Inside, dark energy eats away at spirit power, making the enemy's mana drop like a rock. Purple sparks fly everywhere like electric circuits. Fang Yi holds the glowing orb and mutters, "The Shadow Realm. A special domain." He continues, "Which means as long as I drop this Infinite Shadow Realm during a fight, that dark rot will just melt right through the opponent's spiritual energy reserves, draining them dry. If I stack this with my other elemental skills, wouldn't the debuff become absolutely insane? Talk about a total power wipe. Even if something creepier than a dark tide shows up, I can punch way above my weight and crush it." Qingying says, "Big boss, does this mist feel a little different to you?" Her eyes go wide. She thinks, wait, another breakthrough? There wasn't even a massive energy storm or anything this time. She stares at him. No way. Did he actually absorb that S-rank dark tide power? That sounds totally impossible. Like, straight up delusional. She keeps thinking. Back in the early warning days, when spiritual energy returned, every cultivator knew dark attributes were the absolute scariest. It is pure negative vibes and hidden malice fueled by deep inner demons. That is exactly why the government banned anyone from touching that dark stuff. Qingying remembers the rumors. The feds tried to purify dark energy once, but it backfired big time. They paid a heavy price for messing with it. That is exactly why dark attribute anomalies are put in their own category. She adds to her thoughts. Even though they range from D rank to S rank, even a D rank is enough to make a rookie cultivator scream in agony. But a massive dark tide? That is some next-level nightmare fuel. S rank anomalies don't care. They could eat 10 spirit stage masters for breakfast without even breaking a sweat. She keeps thinking back. Before the ban, some brave idiots actually tried to absorb dark attribute powers for themselves. But one 3-star expert took in just a tiny sliver of leftover S-rank dark energy and it didn't go well. His body rotted away and his brain turned to mush. To this day, he is still rotting in some psych ward. Standing there for a while, Fang Yi finally opens his eyes. "Come out," he says. "You have been watching us forever." Jia finally speaks up. "If I had to guess, Fang Yi, you are the one who sealed that dark tide by yourself." Qingying stammers, "Jia." She walks closer and asks, "And what was that just now? Were you seriously absorbing dark attributes?" Fang Yi just says, "Yeah." Qingying can't believe he actually admitted it. Jia goes silent, reaching into her pocket. Suddenly, she pulls a gun and aims it right at his head without flinching. Number 81 screams, "Sister Jia, what are you doing?" Lin Yi turns pale. Her lip trembles as the tension in the room hits the ceiling. Jia keeps going, if I remember right. "Isn't Fang Yi the #1 guy your military bosses want to recruit? Our alliance wanted him first, but you guys snatched him away. So, what is the play here?" Fang Yi puts a hand on Qingying's shoulder. "Weird. Wasn't our mission just to find the 7 decay flower? Look, lady, you were in such a rush to finish this mission, but now you seem annoyed that we're still breathing." She stays quiet, keeping her ice-cold gaze fixed right down the barrel. Number 81 speaks up. "Sister Jia, we trusted you. But if you were already here, why didn't you help? If Big Boss Fang Yi hadn't stepped up, we would all be ghost meat by now. Forget me, but Yi is just a kid. You just stood there watching. And now you're giving the boss trouble?" Jia smirks. "Just kidding. Looks like your squad really loves you. Congrats on passing the test." Number 81 snaps back. "What do you mean, love?" Thon Nu adds, "Yeah, exactly." Fang Yi looks at Jia. "So your whole goal was just to test me?" She says, "Something like that. With your kind of talent and raw power, I didn't want to just look at some boring, cold files. I needed to see with my own eyes what kind of person you actually are," Jia adds. "Why I didn't help before." Number 81 just stares at her, eyes wide and speechless. She keeps going, because in this awakening world, cultivators have to follow the rules of the game if they want to survive. We're all in the same boat. Life and death flip in a heartbeat for us cultivators. That is just how fate works here. Jia adds, "But you kids are lucky. You have someone reliable to protect you." Her voice echoes out, "Haven't you noticed it yet? No monsters have even tried to attack you yet because they are completely terrified of the power Fang Yi used to seal that massive dark tide." She looks at him and says, "Even a dark tide is realistic. It bullies the weak and runs from the strong. Let me lead the way to the 7 decay flower. I know this place way better than you guys." He thought to himself, "Is this chick legit crazy or am I just tripping?" Thanh Huynh whispered, "Her crew hit that dark tide hard back then. She was the only one who made it out alive. Phuong Dich got it now. Total obedience and zero chill about the rules because of who she used to be. She had this crazy drive keeping her alive, but watching me seal that dark tide? Yeah, that totally broke her. Phuong Dich said, forget it, 81. Xiaosu, let's cut this wounded patient some slack. She asked, wait, she's actually hurt? He replied, yeah, her spiritual shield is basically a total mess right now. She should be a 2-star spirit creator, but her shield power dropped 2 whole levels, Phuong Dich added. She took a massive hit. Jialan stepped forward, her heavy boots thudding against the freezing floor. She spoke up, thanks, but I'm fine. We were in the abyss now, a graveyard of jagged stones and shattered skulls. The squad pushed through the gray wasteland. Phuong Dich stayed close, hand right on his blade. His red eyes narrowed as he sensed something bad. What the heck is this? He muttered, spotting some shredded clothes and old bones. Jialan said, we're here, the graveyard. Someone shouted, look over there, it's the 7 retreat flower. Phuong Dich stared at Jialan. She just looked down, silent. You could feel the tension in the air. Jialan walked to the flower, red-rimmed ghost circling her. She reached out and whispered, finally. I finally found you again. Phuong Dich frowned, his red eyes turning icy as he spotted something off. He thought, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Phuong Dich opened his hand, swirling flames gathering in his palm. Snap out of it, he yelled, hurling a fireball straight at her. The sheer force of the blast stunned Jialan. So strong that rare light attribute. She moved fast, barely blocking the strike, but Phuong Dich barely broke a sweat. And just like that, the fire went out completely. Jialan started second-guessing herself. Was she not ready for this? Lin Yi rushed over, asking, big sis, Jialan, you okay? Thanh Huynh warned. The darkness is getting to her. We should stick together. She dumped the heavy lifting onto Phuong Dich. He can handle the flower alone. Not wanting to waste a single second, he bolted off to find it. Right then, Phuong Dich spotted a glowing flower right in front of him. It vanished into the ground in a flash, then exploded back up as a giant fox demon. It opened its massive maw. So hungry. Phuong Dich stayed cool, calling on his power. Divine thunder. He blasted a massive wave of energy straight into the fox, but the monster just swallowed the whole blast. Phuong Dich wondered, how many weird creatures did this thing eat to become this huge? Another S-class monster? Guess it is time to switch things up and finish this fast. I need that flower and I need to get out. Time is running out to seal the dark tide. Behind me? Fine. I will use you for target practice. He unleashed a massive ultimate infinite dark realm. Activate. The fox demon got trapped in a magic orb. Chains wrapped around it tight, making the beast howl like crazy. Just then, the system pinged. The special darkness in the infinite dark realm was taking effect. The S-class, half-corrupt fox demon dropped all the way to B-class. Phuong Dich noted it fell 2 whole ranks. Yes, S-class monsters in the abyss do not have a solid foundation. He pulled out a flaming sword and sliced through space. Game over. Meanwhile, Thanh Huynh noticed a weird energy pulling at her attention. What is this? This dark fog feels like the abyss, but it is different. Jialan agreed. Yeah, I do not feel that heavy, gross, freezing vibe anymore. She realized why. This was Phuong Dich's own domain. He mastered the darkness and taught himself how to turn it into his own personal zone. And Jialan knew for a fact that using spiritual power to create a domain was incredibly hard. Only her master could do this before. Honestly, maybe only 3 people on the entire planet have this kind of power. The other 2 are total mysteries, but word is they are living somewhere overseas. She remembered when the capital faced disaster, her master used his domain to hold back the tide. But suddenly, Phuong Dich was already back. He's out, Lin Yi yelled. That was way too fast. Phuong Dich grinned like it was nothing. All right, that graveyard behind us should not give us any more trouble. That glowing flower popped up again. This time, Phuong Dich grabbed it. Looks like everything is finally under control. He let out a sigh of relief as he held the flower. Meanwhile, Jialan was just standing there, frozen. She took the flower, looking totally stunned. Is this really it? This tiny thing? Phuong Dich quickly warned her. Mission's done. We need to haul tail out of here. The dark tide isn't your average shadow monster, it's straight up trouble waiting to happen. You're already stressing about the big picture, and honestly, we've got way too much dead weight to carry right now. Lam shows some respect. Okay, thanks, I appreciate it. Fang Yi, without you flipping the script, this mission would have been a total bust. Thanks everyone, let's bounce. They all start moving out. Lam speaks up again. Seriously, Fang Yi, I'm forever in your debt. She mentions Master Wu, Korea's only Diamond Realm legend, is currently in some deep, life-threatening trouble. 7 Wilting Flower is his only shot at survival. You basically saved his life. Fang Yi repeats the title Diamond Realm. Spotting the exit. Number 81 can't hide the hype. Finally, real light. We're actually making it out alive. Lin Yi is just as pumped. Heck yeah, finally back in the sun. The crowd outside starts roaring. The flower! They actually got the 7 wilting flower. Boss Lam said they did, but honestly, I didn't believe the hype for a second. Everyone's asking the same thing. So, who's the legend that actually grabbed the flower? Number 81 stares at the massive crowd. That's a lot of people. Something catches Lin Yi's eye. This isn't some basic squad car. These guys are the real deal. Elite powerhouses with serious rep. Everyone in the country knows these guys. Number 81 is totally floored. Turns out, Sister Jia Lam is a high-level boss at the Spirit Zone. Man, I was just talking trash to her. The Spirit Zone is the top dog of the 19 districts in this new era. They're the baddest elites in the nation. It's where the best talent and the sharpest minds all hang out. Since the Mana Awakening, they've had the ultimate advantage. They've got insane resources, and their training grounds are legendary. You can't just stumble into places like that. Meanwhile, the flower is safely tucked inside a jar. Han Li takes the precious cargo with total respect. He and his squad salute to show some major love. Han Li promises to rush the flower to the hospital. Don't worry, Jia Lam says, I'm coming too. Just like that, they peel out in the car. Fang Yi asks, wait, you're actually with the Spirit Zone? Jia Lam tells him, your skills probably reached our base already. Won't be long before you're a household name in this world. She keeps the praise coming. Honestly, your solo strength could probably wipe out the strongest squad we have at headquarters. Plus, your potential is off the charts. No limit in sight. Jia Lam makes the offer. If you're interested, want to join us? You'd get access to the absolute best training gear. Oh, and for this mission, your team and the Ning Heap squad get double rewards, but Fang Yi says no. Thanks for the loot. I know you guys are the strongest in the country, but I've got my own vibe and my own pace for training. So, joining up is a pass. Jia Lam gets serious now. The world's changing. What the government cares about or fears most is this dark attribute weirdness popping up everywhere. These anomalies are spreading fast. In the future, things are only going to get way worse. She stresses the danger. They're spreading like a cancer that just won't stop. At any moment, it could trigger a total disaster for everyone involved. That's why we're going all out to build these restricted zones to hold them back. Lin Heap is on high alert everywhere. Jia Lam adds, I'm not telling you this just to guilt trip you or force some moral code on you. It's just that an elite fighter like you deserves to know what's really going down in the world. Fang Yi promises her, I get it. If I run into these monsters, even for total strangers, I won't just stand there. You can count on that. Hearing this, Jia Lam finally smiles. Glad I got to meet you. Fang Yi, here's a gift. Take this token. You might need it later on. She explains that with this, he can walk into any restricted zone to train whenever he wants. The Spirit Zone is open to you anytime. One more thing, want to go visit Master Wu? Fang Yi is skeptical. You mean the Diamond Realm legend? Jia Lam nods. He's my mentor. You really should meet the guy. You up for it? This is just me talking. I honestly just want to be friends with you. Fang Yi doesn't answer yet, just stuffs the token in his pocket. Finally, he agrees. Sure, new friends, new options. I'll take this trip with you. Let's call this a gift between friends. Sensing a surge of power from him, Jia Lam gets curious. What's this? Fang Yi says. I think I can purge that nasty dark corruption that's currently messing with your system. As soon as that power starts flowing into her body, Jia Lam felt the lightning attribute's healing kick in. Right now, I'm just totally numb. That cold, sharp pain is turning into this warm, cozy buzz. The misery is just gone. Her body is finally bouncing back. Those nasty wounds from that black bone rot are actually closing up. It feels like her smashed-up organs are back in business. Every vein is getting a serious deep clean. Jia Lam is legit shocked. All that poison in her system just got fried by this crazy rare lightning. Unreal. It's like a total respawn. Once the dust settled, Fang Di chimed in. Yo, how you feeling? Jia Lam says she's golden. Every scrap of that dark energy lingering on her is totally gone. Nah, more like obliterated. Meanwhile, the docs are checking on old Deng. Level 1 and already wrecked? Can he survive? Thon Hoin rolls up. You guys still hanging around? Wait, what's up with Jia Lam's wound? She confirms it with a soft nod. Yeah, that pure lightning energy totally scrubbed the darkness out of me. Thon Huin starts teasing. So this is the lightning tyrant? 1 minute he's killing, the next he's healing. Fang Di covers up. Hey, what are you staring at? Thon Hoin waves excitedly. Yo, everyone, get over here right now. She hits him with puppy eyes. Can we team up? Fang Di is totally lost. Meaning? Thon Huin asks. Mix your energy with our tech and we can save way more pioneers. She does a full-on bow. Please, just show us one more time. Fang Di agrees and sparks up. Like this? The doctor is floored. It's working. Pure lightning really can smash dark energy. Just like that, It's gone. Gia Lam adds. Phuong Dich just piped it into me directly. The darkness just shattered. So, can Phuong Dich just shake hands with the other casualties? I know a guy in a coma who's level 1. Thanh Huynh shakes her head. Nah, not everyone survives. The doctor chimes in. True, Commander Gia Lam. Even though your injury looked bad, it was actually minor. That other guy needs 10 times more energy than you did. He keeps going about Mondung's messy situation. Saving a life is a win. Waking up is the goal, full recovery, not happening. Phuong Dich gets it. Like a blood transfusion, right? How do I transfer this power? We'll store it. Dr. Trin Trong leads him away. Just put your hand here and let it rip. Phuong Dich nods. Got it. Lin Yi is beaming. Her cousin is a big deal, and Gia Lam is basically a celebrity. She saw it all. The Ice Queen actually wants to be friends with her cousin. She even gave him her badge. Phuong Dich feels Lin Yi staring and turns around. You guys okay? Lin Yi smiles. We're all set, cousin. She and 81 are gonna go train for real. They'll take missions. Can't lean on him forever or they won't get strong. Lin Yi tells herself she's gotta catch up to him. Phuong Dich smiles. Stay safe. He's proud she's growing up. Thanh Huynh waves. We're out. Catch you on the next mission. Gia Lam heads out fast. Let's go visit old Wu inside. Someone in the car is losing it. They didn't show up? Thanh Huynh is beyond ticked. It's over. The spirit zone snatched him up. All my hard work? Wasted. Captain 2. Relax. Thanh Huynh knows the Spirit Association is a total cluster. The managers are even faker than the military big shots. Plus, there are other problems. Elite teams are scattered. They probably won't like Phuong Dich. Hope they don't cause drama. In the VIP room, Phuong Dich speaks up. So, this is old Wu? Gia Lam nods. A Diamond Realm beast, and he's just a skinny old guy. He looked like a zombie before. We used the 7 retreat flower, but nothing. Phuong Dich wanted to know what really happened to him. So Gia Lam spilled everything. A dark disaster hit the city, the sky turned weird, and shadows literally ripped through the clouds, causing total chaos. To stop that dark energy from wrecking the whole city, the master sacrificed his own body to seal away the leftovers of that nightmare. She shared the details then. We all channeled our spiritual power to the teacher first. Gia Lam looked down, hating to relive that dark reality. We ranked this disaster way above S-Rank. Even though the dark waves we fought before were terrifying, this thing was way worse. The damage from this event was way deadlier than any dark wave before it. It just gets worse the more she thinks. If it breaks out, it could wipe the city off the map and the surrounding areas would be next. The capital is everything. If it falls, the whole country is going to spiral into total chaos. Gia Lam couldn't imagine how the teacher used his own domain to force a seal on that S-Rank anomaly, but nobody expected that combining all our strength wouldn't be enough. This massive disaster was way scarier than our initial threat assessment. She remembers it clearly. The darkness almost swallowed him whole. If he wasn't a Diamond Realm master, he would have been turned into literal dust. He would just be food for that dark anomaly. Phuong Dich sighed, asking if he really stopped the city from being destroyed. Then he really is a legendary pioneer. Honestly, I'm used to these kinds of situations by now, you know? Back in the day, so many pioneers stood in front of me just so I could be the one who survived. Maybe he already died in my past life. Gia Lam saw Phuong Dich move and screamed, "What are you doing?" Phuong Dich said, "Relax. Do not be so tense. The 7 fading flower is working, but I want to try scrubbing that stubborn dark energy out of his system. If I can clear that junk, he might actually wake up sooner than we think." Gia Lam snapped back. What? This is an S-rank disaster, kid. Memories of Phuong Dich grabbing the flower flashed through her head, sparking a bit of hope. Gia Lam sighed. Fine. Give it a shot. She hoped for a miracle, but warned him that this dark energy is way more dangerous than what is inside a normal dark wave. If it was not, the teacher would not be recovering this slowly even after using the special flower. Phuong Dich nodded. I get it. I can feel how heavy the darkness is in this room. Even with the flower weakening the corruption, it still puts off this massive pressure that feels like it could crush a normal person instantly. Suddenly, Gia Lam's face went pale. She yelled, Phuong Dich, stay focused. It is starting to get inside your head. Phuong Dich unleashed his inner power to stay grounded. He snapped his eyes open, glowing with pure energy. The scene before him felt way too familiar. It was dragging his spirit right back into the past. A demon appeared in the sky, booming out, Who are you? Phuong Dich thought, just touching the dark energy in Elder Wu's sick body messed with my mind? Is this some kind of mental pollution, illusion? He yelled, Doesn't matter who I am just here to end you. Phuong Dich realized this anomaly was not actually invincible, not as strong as he thought. It suddenly lunged at him. Phuong Dich shouted, What the hell? His eyes flared with light as he locked in. Moving like a blur, Phuong Dich dodged the attack in a split second. He said, This demon's lightning is just as strong as the divine bolts I absorbed back on the peak. There is a ton of dark insect anomalies showing up here too. Even if it is just an illusion, every single one of these things is as strong as an S-rank monster. And there are thousands of them here. Flames started licking up around his arms. Destructive power surged through him. Phuong Dich gripped his weapon and growled, "Time to clear out the pests." His eyes turned red. A flaming sword cut through the air. Phuong Dich let out a massive blast of red energy, ready to shred the enemies ahead. It is a cluster of S-rank anomalies, but because it is an illusion, it is not at full strength. Plus, that flower weakened it a lot. A huge burst of light suddenly covered the entire battlefield. Two massive beams of energy collided, spreading across the ground as the fight heated up. He looked at the demon, thinking, "Near a rank? Is this what the old man was fighting? Trying to save the city alone? No, it is way more than that." Phuong Dich shouted, "Infinite dark realm," as a black vortex formed. He raised his hand toward the massive black hole, sucking the sky dry. The demon shrieked, "You are not human?" The giant demon watched as a purple vortex swallowed everything in its path. He smirked, his red eyes full of fire. Phuong Dich let out a roar, ready to finish this. A swirling dark orb appears, sucking everything into the void. It blips out and leaves a message, "We'll be back soon." Standing inside that dark sphere, he figures it's just some leftover consciousness from that creepy dark attribute anomaly. It said "we," though. Does that mean it's got backup? Like, are more of these natural disasters gonna crash the party? Phuong Dich stares ahead, eyes glowing red and totally unbothered by that evil energy. He just says, "Let's get out first." His red eyes snap wide, locked onto something huge. Suddenly, blue power explodes, leaving Jialan standing there in total shock. Electric currents whip around that dark orb, building up insane pressure until Phuong Dich screams it out, "Seal! 9-dragon heavenly fire sealing art." Jialan gasps. So this is the dark attribute that was eating Elder Wu alive. He explains that the dark attribute inside Elder Wu is likely just a remnant of that disaster. Phuong Dich adds, "It's still really intense, but after being drained by those 7 decadent flowers and Elder Wu's own seal, it's not such a big threat anymore." He adds, "Elder Wu is definitely China's top pioneer. He's been using his own body as a vessel just to keep that dark power suppressed. If it were anyone else, they would have probably kicked the bucket a dozen times by now." She tells him he really saved the old man's life. Phuong Dich just plays it cool. "It wasn't all me, really. Without those 7 decadent flowers, I never could have scrubbed that stubborn dark energy out of his system." Jialan says the flowers kept him breathing, but his skills were the real deal that gave the man a full recovery. He clenches his fist as a massive surge of blue electricity explodes, putting every ounce of strength into it. Phuong Dich goes, "All right, that thing is officially useless now." Then he adds, "But look, there's something else I need to tell you. Back in that mental illusion, it felt like the leftover dark energy from the disaster was giving us a warning. It's coming back. We gotta be ready for anything. When it hits, we can't let some old guy who just got out of surgery take the lead." She says, "I know, I've heard the rumors." Phuong Dich is caught off guard. "Wait, what rumors?" The military's monitoring unit and the Spirit Association track all these weird spiritual energy spikes and fluctuations they find across the regions. All that data gets logged and kept under tight lock and key so nothing leaks out to the public. Jialan mentions the rumors say the data is looking grim. With the current power reserves of the country, they might not even survive the first year of the spiritual recovery. Obviously, nobody actually wants to believe that. He notes that monitoring data on spiritual energy fluctuations sounds pretty high level. She looks at him and asks, "You think the rumor is true, don't you?" Phuong Dich wonders to himself, "Is the future actually shifting just because I was reborn into this timeline? I remember living until about 3 years after the spiritual energy recovery officially kicked off, even though the whole planet was basically trashed by then." He puts a hand on her shoulder. "Don't sweat it. Elder Wu will probably wake up soon." Phuong Dich adds, "Don't worry. If disaster hits again, I'm sticking by you guys until the very end." He thinks, this disaster is coming whether we like it or not. This time, I'm changing everything. A full moon hangs over the skyscraper in the dark night. As Phuong Dich practices his moves, he thinks about those 2 fights against the S-rank anomalies. "I'm definitely about to hit 2-star spirit creation rank. The spiritual recovery is right on schedule, and even though I've got dark powers, it's still not enough." That anomaly in the illusion was definitely holding back, but it couldn't hide how insanely powerful it actually is. Phuong Dich locks his eyes on that white-potted plant, looking completely focused. He points a finger at it and says, "Man, leaving you behind before was a total mistake on my part, mostly because you're just a pain to carry around." He picks it up with a grin and adds, "Seriously, I just regret not giving you the chance to help me level up." He says, "How about we head outside for a little stroll? Walking behind the mountain at night, he says, the Spirit Association's plant research lab actually knows their stuff. Even in the early stages of spiritual recovery, nature's ability to heal itself is getting seriously intense, and in such a short window, all those burnt trees have bounced back, plus there's a bunch of new seedlings and grafted plants everywhere. Fang Yi pulls the plant from its pot and says, I really gotta thank Xiaosu's group when I see them next. As he tends to it, he says, just a little snack for now. We can't be reckless, because with your appetite, you'd probably devour every single forest on the planet. The plant starts glowing bright green, its roots stretching out like it's hunting for a meal. Fang Yi crosses his arms, calmly watching the natural energy surge. He looks ahead and thinks, yeah, that'll do for now. Fang Yi pulls it up and says, all right, let's find somewhere else to absorb some energy. He looks at it. Seriously, where do you even rank among other wood-type evolved beings in this world? A desolate attribute anomaly like you. You've got to be at least an A rank, right? Phuong Dich kept walking and said, usually these woods are crawling with animals, but today there isn't a single soul. They're terrified of that wild power inside you, huh? Red eyes stared back as Phuong Dich flinched at the booming echo. He squinted through the brush and whispered, that's a wolf. He added, the pack's about to evolve. Phuong Dich looked up at the beast, snarling in his face, and muttered, so, you're the Wolf King? Looks like his transformation is almost finished. The creature answered with a bone-chilling growl. In a flash, the Wolf King fully evolved, his eyes glowing like radioactive emeralds. Stunned, he pulled the flower pot close and wondered, is this energy vibe really hitting level A anomaly status? Phuong Dich backed up fast as the pack surrounded him, trying to keep his cool. After his major evolution, the wood-type Wolf King just mutated into a poison type with some seriously nasty corrosive power. That poison must have come from absorbing dark energy. Phuong Dich judged the situation by watching the spiritual power surging out of him. Looks like there's so much dark energy out here that the Wolf King gained dual attributes. He bit his lip, thinking, it's just a level A anomaly. No big deal. Let's do this. Phuong Dich snatched the glowing flower from the pot and whispered, time to take these mutts out. Dropping to one knee, he jammed the roots into the dirt while scanning the battlefield. Level A is one thing, but there's a whole pack here, and the city's right downhill. If they break through, it's game over for the town. Phuong Dich slammed his palm down, surging golden energy into the ground. Time to get this party started. The Wolf King took the bait and lunged forward at the same time. Suddenly, a blue spirit soul shot straight into the sky. Meanwhile, he thought to himself, I want to see how much damage I can do using only wild power without any other skills. Down at the base of the mountain, people were already staring up at that weird energy blast. Tu Hang stared at it and asked, the Wolf King evolved. He's huge. What's the pollution level at? The other guy checked his device and answered, 90. The whole team turned pale hearing that number. He repeated it again, 90. The destruction squad captain slammed a red button on his wristband and added, it's not just that, it's still climbing. A wood-type Wolf King should be at least a 3-star ghost level, maybe even 1-star spirit stage. Why is it so high? The other wolves are easily 2 to 3-star ghost level. Tu Hang panicked and cut him off. We don't have enough people for this. We can't win. Even you just barely broke through to 3-star ghost level, right? Everyone stared at that massive raging blue vortex and screamed out, it is dark energy. Why is more dark energy showing up? How is this happening? No wonder the pollution level is through the roof. The captain shouted back, I get it now. The pollution is so high because the Wolf King evolved with dual attributes. Finding that in an anomaly is super rare. The number hit 100, sending everyone into a panic. He snapped, even if we can't beat them, we have to stop them. If these beasts finish evolving, they'll completely trash the area at the bottom of the mountain. These things are already vicious, but with this evolution energy, they'll be nightmares. I need to call the Spirit Alliance for backup immediately. Suddenly, the ground shook so hard everyone started screaming. Wait, do you guys feel the side of the mountain shaking? An earthquake? How does a wolf evolution cause an earthquake? Wait, that's not it. Another anomaly is appearing. It was just at 100, but it spiked to 1,000 in seconds. They scrambled back, watching that blue energy explode and spray everywhere. They gasped, oh man, that's the power of the wild. How the heck is there wild energy here? As those spirit souls rained down, the crowd started losing it and scrambled to get away. Run! We need to get to the safe zone now. Are those the vines that vanished earlier? There was zero warning. The captain threw his arms out and barked, move it! We need to evacuate every single resident right now. One member looked back and asked, hold up, Captain. If that's not the wild energy, then what is this thing? He glanced back to see for himself. Everyone froze when they saw those blue tentacles spreading all over the cliff. They were all totally weirded out. Did the power of the wild hide deep inside the mountain? Yeah, this is getting weird. The danger vibe is gone. Do we even still need to report this? The roots grew longer, sprouting through the jagged rocks while white flowers bloomed along the twisted vines. Someone stared at the spiritual power and wondered. These flowers then the scene cuts to Phuong Dich standing alone in the field, facing down the savage wolf king. He looked up, frowning. This spirit flower sea won't stop growing until it sucks every last bit of energy right out of those damn packs. Phuong Dich watched the wolves get tangled in the roots while the wolf king faced him. Lucky you've got soul power to struggle with. But look at them. One wolf, squeezed tight, whimpered without a sound, trembling all over as it died. Seconds later, the roots dropped it. All that was left? A pile of dry bones. He shoved his hands in his pockets, watching the red flowers bloom. The wolf king snapped, opening its jaws to blast its soul energy right at him. A beam of sickly green light shot toward where Phuong Dich stood. Roots instantly shielded him. He smirked, mocking his enemy. Useless. Don't you see what is happening? The desolate power of the spirit flower is deep in this mountain soil now. Roots rose higher, a bloody red flower blooming at the very peak. Phuong Dich looked down at the wolf king. Flowers covering the sky, taken from the mountain, used for the mountain. The beast froze, terrified by his words. You leveled up and got smart, but ever hear the saying? Even fire can't kill weeds, they come back with the wind. Still, the wolf king decided to charge forward anyway. Phuong Dich watched it move. Not bad, he thought. It actually found the flower. He whispered to the crimson bloom, "Little flower, they found you. What are we gonna do?" The wolf king lunged with everything it had, letting out a roar just to show off. On command, the flower surged forward to block the path in front of him. Things got tense fast. The wolf king opened its maw wide, trying to swallow the flower whole. It bit down hard. It thought it had the upper hand. But suddenly, the petals tightened around the beast's throat like a vice. It was game over for that wolf. Even he was surprised to see the wolf king's soul power leaking out like that. He frowned, thinking, is it really just letting the dark power consume its soul? The flower's vines tangled together, weaving a web around the wolf king. It let out a blood-curdling scream of pure agony as the traps tightened. In seconds, the wolf king vanished into the flower's heart, petals folded over, burying its body inside. As it closed, one question burned in his mind. This desolate power is insane. What kind of power is this? I grafted this attribute onto the spirit flower, but I didn't think it would evolve on its own. It literally created its own combat technique without any help from me. He watched the red flower sway, certain now. Once you're trapped in this endless sea of flowers, no monster is getting out alive. After dissolving the wolf's flesh, it spat out a massive skeleton. That was all the proof Phuong Dich needed. Break a flower, and it just regrows. It uses endless desolate power to turn everything into white bone. There is no stopping it. He reached out, touching a petal. The infinite soul sea, he whispered to himself. As it bloomed under the full moon, the system pinged. Desolate attribute successfully grafted to the spirit flower. It worked. Behold the infinite soul sea. Soon, the petals opened, revealing a golden center. Phuong Dich couldn't take his eyes off of it, squinting as he saw the spirit flower stretching even higher. It drained the red petals from the sea. He realized right away. Little flower, you're about to evolve. Back at command, someone saw the screen turning blood red and started panicking. Class A, mutant contamination detected. Everyone, look at this. Two different soul powers are clashing in the zone. The Wolf King evolved with dark energy, but this new desolate power appeared out of nowhere without any warning at all. Thanh Huynh looked worried while the chairman started barking out questions. A subordinate pointed at the map. These low mountains right here. This was Captain Toe's old sector. He looked confused. Wasn't the sabotage squad supposed to be stopping that wolf pack already? Static crackled over the radio, making the chairman stop and listen. The sabotage captain was calling in a report. This is Sabotage Squad. A massive surge of desolate power just exploded near the mutant wolves. Levels are off the charts. This desolate power just wiped out the entire Class A mutant pack. But it's not targeting us, it's heading into the mountains. Now, thousands of mountain flowers are blooming all at once. It's a total anomaly. He watched petals swirl in the air. We can't even get close, he added. Will this desolate power spread to the surrounding areas next? We have no idea, the captain yelled. If this thing blows, the impact will be way worse than any spatial rift we've seen before. Should we send backup? If things go south, all the Pathfinders here combined won't be enough to stop it. The chairman panicked, grabbing the radio. Fine, I'm sending 2 elite squads right now. Little 2. A drop of sweat rolled down Thanh Huynh's face as she pictured Phuong Dich, her doubts growing. Yeah, the back mountain. My gut tells me it's him again. It is always him. She suddenly raised a finger and said, Wait, that massive burst of power? It is coming from Phuong Dich's house, right at that spot. Thanh Huynh pictured him glowing with golden spiritual energy, certain he would protect everyone here. Scene shifts to the back mountain, a gloomy peak where red petals fall endlessly. Phuong Dich just stood there, looking up at the spirit flower, totally curious. Turns out, eating that wolf king changes you. A second attribute is about to evolve. The flower glowed with a weird power, bursting into flames. He shielded his eyes and shouted, "Is this the fire attribute?" That was unexpected. Phuong Dich reached out to take the flower, muttering that leveling up by just swallowing things was a total cheat. As it shrank into his palm, the system confirmed the flower had devoured the wolves and the mutant king. Spirit flower evolution complete. The wildfire spirit flower, an A-rank anomaly with the wild attribute. After evolving, this fire flower gets super hungry for spiritual energy. It belongs in the infinite dark realm for nurturing. Phuong Dich blinked, repeating those words. Infinite dark realm. He summoned a black circle and whispered, "Why didn't I think of that? I can really put the flower in there?" The realm started sucking the spirit flower inside. Phuong Dich realized the infinite dark realm was packed with dark anomalies and rich soil. Maybe it will evolve a dark attribute next. Suddenly, dark clouds rolled in and lightning flashed, grabbing his full attention. Is he breaking through? A 2-star spirit realm creation? 2 golden arms suddenly formed, fingers pressing together as they slowly lifted him off the ground. Phuong Dich sat in a meditation pose, feeling the power. I can feel it. Controlling power is getting easier. Spiritual energy is merging with my body like we were born as one. Right then, Quang Luke watched from a cave, fuming with rage. Finally found you. So this is where you have been hiding. He smirked. The legendary Heaven Fireblade, a 2-star creation realm, is actually pretty exciting. Quang Luke unleashed his massive energy. Trying to be a fire attribute traveler? Well, I am going to break your spirit right now. I want everyone to know that I am the #1 fire attribute traveler here. Phuong Dich felt the threat immediately. Who goes there? Suddenly, a massive fireball blasted toward him. Is this another fire attribute traveler? He quickly threw his palm back, summoning his pitch-black circle. Phuong Dich shoved it forward, blocking those roaring flames with ease. So you finally decided to show up? Where were you hiding? You didn't even try to hide your energy. Phuong Dich watched as the guy's feet finally hit the dirt. A wild traveler breaking into the creation realm. No organization, no rules. Just someone who loves to scrap. Quang Luke stepped forward with a smug grin. You're interesting. I can feel that heavy spiritual pressure on you. How did you dodge my flying flames anyway? Phuong Dich kept his mouth shut, just scanning the guy from head to toe. Quang Luke stepped closer, smirking. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. He charged forward with spiritual energy swirling, shouting, "The name is Quang Luke. You are going to remember it very soon." Phuong Dich quickly pressed his fingers together and shouted, "Divine Thunder!" Quang Luke just kept charging, eyes glowing with excitement. Just as he spoke, a flash of blue light tore through the vast sky. A bolt of lightning slammed down, making Quang Luke freeze. What is this? His face twisted in pain as he tried to fight it. Phuong Dich's Divine Thunder slammed directly into Quang Luke, making his entire body glow with blinding light. A few seconds later, it faded, leaving Quang Luke covered in deep scratches. His knees buckled, and his body gave out. Face in the dirt, he shook uncontrollably, wondering what the hell just happened. Was not he supposed to be a fire traveler too? Meanwhile, Phuong Dich walked over, his eyes glowing a deep red. He reached out and grabbed the hair on the back of his head. Without a word, Phuong Dich slammed Quang Luke's head into the ground, his whole body hitting with a thud. He glared down at Quang Luke and snapped, "I didn't hear you. What did you say your name was again?" Questions raced through Quang Luke's mind. How? How is any of this even possible? I am a 1-star spirit realm master. I have always been the fastest cultivator among all the awakened practitioners around here, and that is not even counting my secret ultimate move yet. He remembers back when everyone actually worshipped him. I possessed the rarest fire attribute, pure power and spirit realm strength. It was obvious I was the elite of the elite, a total beast among average practitioners. Everyone used to bow down and suck up to me just to get a taste of the perks during this crazy spirit energy awakening era. Back to reality. Seeing Jianglu go silent, Fang Yi just clicks his tongue in annoyance. He blasts divine lightning straight into the guy, making Jianglu scream out in absolute agony. He catches a cold blue glow in Fang Yi's eyes and panics. Wait, is not he a fire type? Why the hell does he have lightning powers too? My flames are totally snuffed out and I can't even stand. Then he just deadpans. I actually thought you were supposed to be tough. Fang Yi smirks with a cold look. Is that all you got? Kids these days are way too cocky. Jianglu grits his teeth, terrified. But wait, this guy hasn't even hit 2-star spirit realm yet, right? Why does his spiritual pressure feel 2 levels higher than mine? No, make that 3 levels higher? That murderous look on his face is terrifying. This is it. Jianglu, old buddy, you are seriously about to kick the bucket right here. Jianglu snaps his head up and begs for his life. Please, do not kill me. Feng Yi actually pauses for a second. He raises his hand and says, Look, here is some free advice. You should not be using your practitioner powers just to mess with random people. Feng Yi shoves his hands in his pockets and adds, If you got time to kill, go deal with the anomalies causing trouble. The guy just stutters back at him. Feng Yi looks off into the distance and clicks his tongue, totally bored. Jianglu sits up and watches him walk away. What is this guy's deal? How can his spirit energy be this freaking strong? His eyes go wide as he wonders, is his power just totally broken or am I really just that weak? Cut to the flashy city at night, lights everywhere. Jianglu, looking like a total mess in his ripped clothes, slinks back into the room alone. He is scowling, lost in his own head. His crew sees him and starts roasting him. Oh, look who finally decided to show up. Nice new hairstyle. It actually looks pretty decent on you. Young Master Jiang, I told you already. Picking fights with strangers never ends well for anyone. Li Chen points a finger at him, trying to be the voice of reason. Look, even if you blow up at me, I am saying it again, you can't keep acting like this. The spirit energy hasn't even fully returned yet. We are just small fry, so going around making enemies everywhere is just asking for trouble. Jianglu stays quiet and slumps onto the sofa while the lecture continues. Being this aggressive and fighting everyone you see is going to ruin you eventually. Tam Huang jumps in to cut him off. That is weird. You have been nagging him for 5 minutes and he has not snapped yet? The two of them look at him moping around, totally confused. Hey, seriously, what the hell happened out there? Tam Huang rushes over and throws an arm around his shoulder. Talk to me, man. What is up? Did you get your soul snatched or something? Are you still that same hot-headed Jianglu, the guy who is always ready to throw hands and blow up at everyone? Li Chen walks up and asks quietly, Hey, weren't you supposed to go challenge that Skyfire One-Blade guy today? What really happened? He mumbles sadly that he got wrecked in a heartbeat. Tam Huang jumps back and shouts, What do you mean wrecked in a heartbeat? Talk to us. Jianglu is shaking, tears in his eyes. I got crushed in a total split second. He grabs his head in shame. I should have realized something was off back then. If I had just walked away, I wouldn't be dealing with this total humiliation right now. Li Chen looks skeptical. Is this One-Blade guy really that powerful? You are a top-tier fire genius. You awakened less than a month ago and already hit the spirit realm. You are basically a legend around these parts. He remembers that divine lightning and turns pale. It only took a moment. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. My best move, the flying flame, was just blown away by his lightning. Tam Huang cuts in. Are you sure you did not just pick the wrong guy to fight? I mean, your fire attribute is so pure it is actually scary to look at. Unless they are from some high-level combat zone, nobody should be able to touch you. Especially not now that you have reached the spirit realm level. Li Chen rubs his chin. You only awakened recently. You are still a total late bloomer. When we were fighting for resources, you took down 2 wildfire practitioners easily. They were even 3-star mansion realm fighters. So is it possible that this Skyfire One-Blade guy you fought was not even a normal practitioner at all? Based on what we saw, he was not supposed to be stronger than you. Jianglu grabs his arm and screams through tears, How could I possibly be wrong about this? That is exactly where Skyfire One-Blade hangs out. It is definitely his turf, man. You guys did not experience it, so you have no idea what it was like. He starts panicking as he remembers getting hit by that lightning. That kid is a straight-up monster. His lightning power hit so hard I thought my ears were gonna blow and my head would pop right then and there. The two of them froze the second they heard Jianglu confirm it. My gut tells me it is him. He pictured Feng Yi's massive silhouette and spoke with total confidence. He is a high-level spirit walker with dual lightning and fire powers. Honestly, his electric abilities make my flames look like a cheap birthday candle. It is not even close. The guy is definitely hiding his true strength. He is at least a 3-star spirit realm walker, no doubt. Li Chen still was not buying it. A 3-star wild spirit walker? How is that even possible? Tam Hoing took a guess. If your gut is right about this, then this guy is about to become a total living nightmare for every elite spirit walker out there. He crossed his arms and looked on. Talent and power that scary? It is the kind of level you can only stare at from afar. Jianglu muttered, He crushed me with one move. Then he balled his fist and asked, Hey, you guys think I should try to copy his style? The other two just stood there looking confused. Meanwhile, the scene shifts over to where Feng Yi is currently at. He was training and wondered to himself, That is weird. I was just about to break through to level 2 spirit realm. Why did that feeling just vanish? Feng Yi squeezed his eyes shut, trying to figure it out. It definitely was not his fault. He let out a long sigh and opened his eyes. revealing those golden pupils. Must be something happening on the outside, he muttered. Fang Yi stepped outside and frowned. For some reason, the local spiritual energy just would not gather or resonate like it should. It is making it impossible for me to manifest the right conditions to level up my powers right now. He wondered if the Spirit Association and the monitoring department were tracking all these weird energy fluctuations that were popping up everywhere. All that data gets locked down and strictly managed just to prevent any major disasters from catching them off guard. Word on the street is that the country's current energy reserves might not even be enough to survive the first year of the Great Awakening. Phuong Yi watched the lightning strikes hitting nearby and wondered if something massive was actually about to go down for real. It looked like the Spirit Awakening was going to hit his home city way sooner than anyone had originally expected. He flopped onto the sofa and tried calling Old Lam to check on the military situation, but all he got was a recorded message saying the number was currently unreachable. Phuong Yi stared at his phone screen. No signal? Had the military already been deployed to the front lines or something? No, that is not it. If something big went down, they would have called me. Worst case scenario? Their communications have been forcibly cut off. Suddenly, his phone buzzed with a name that caught him off guard. Su Qingying. The second he picked up, her panicked voice came through the line. Phuong Yi, things are getting crazy here. We need backup immediately. He glanced back at a creature slamming against the window. The signal is trash, he said. Are there monsters popping up all over the city? Qingying stammered. No, it is bad. I am in the city right now. Then the call dropped, leaving Fang Yi staring at his phone. Hello? No answer. He turned his attention to that bat creature and gave it a death stare, basically daring it to try something. The giant bat smashed right through the glass and came lunging inside the room. Phuong Yi just sat there, cool as a cucumber, watching it charge. You really overplayed your hand, he muttered, crossing his fingers to summon a blue light. Fang Yi leaped up and blasted the energy straight at the creature. Right then, Lin Yi burst into the room shouting, Cousin, there is a weird bat monster, and it is. She stopped dead in her tracks when she saw the shattered glass. Wait, did something already happen in here? Lin Yi walked over and peeked through the massive hole in the window. These monsters used to be rare, she said. Now they are just breaking into houses, and there is more than one. Phuong Yi nodded in agreement. Yeah, tell me about it. As long as things stay like this, I can handle it. He looked up at the sky and muttered to himself. Worst case scenario, this whole area is about to get hit by a massive disaster, just like the ones we see on the news. Phuong Yi frowned as he explained. Level 2 monsters usually hide in the shadows. They do not just wander around busy streets, let alone launch a direct attack on a spirit walker front door. He continued, We are in for a serious fight next. The only problem is, I have no idea what we are actually up against. Call every spirit walker you know and get them over here now. Lin Yi nodded quickly. On it. Fang Yi turned back to her and asked, You are almost at the breakthrough point for the spirit realm, right? I am putting you in charge of guarding the house for now. Watch the windows and do not let any of those things inside. You think you can handle that? She gave a confident nod. Absolutely. Cut to the roof of a skyscraper, where a voice rings out. Our signal is totally messed up. We are losing the connection. Phuong Yi cannot hear where we are, Qingying said nervously. If this mutation really turns into a full-scale disaster, we are going to have to handle it ourselves. Another team member chimed in. You think maybe the gear is just acting up and having a glitch? Real talk, Cap. I can't even imagine what a god-tier unpredictable anomaly looks like. She adjusts her radio and mumbles. Hopefully, this is just another false alarm and nothing more. Thanh Huynh reports in, status check for all teams. Sector A, pollution level is at 4. Everyone stay sharp and keep reporting any fluctuations in the pollution data for your assigned zones. Suddenly, shadows fall from above. The squad looks up in shock as a swarm of mutated bats dives straight at them. Thanh Huynh screams, Heads up! We've got an anomalous swarm incoming. Lightning strikes are hitting the ground everywhere, and emergency broadcasts are lighting up every screen. This city is about to get wrecked by the biggest storm in 50 years. Red alerts are everywhere. The city is on lockdown. Stay inside. Don't go out. People are rushing home, whispering about the end of the world while chaos brews in the streets. Feels like something huge is coming, and it's terrifying. Like, this is actually happening, right? Is it the apocalypse? What is going on lately? Even the bikers outside are revving and cheering. The sky looks totally wrong. We're not dead meat, are we? Behind them, Lythan shouts from his ride. Do we stay or bail? Quang Luke, you call it. Out of nowhere, bats lunge straight for him. Quang Luke raises his palm, fueling it with glowing red spiritual energy, and snarls. You're asking for it. He blasts a surge of pure energy right at them. They keep coming in a straight line, which is weird. What is up with these things? Don't they see Quang Luke's fire? Normally, these small fry anomalies steer clear, right? But then, a bat inside that red energy screeches, sending a chill through everyone. The bat didn't burn. Quang Luke panics, sweat dripping. No way. They didn't just survive, they're respawning. The people here are crazy strong, but these monsters are on a whole other level of terrifying. Get home, now. Rewind to a few hours ago. Thanh Huynh stares at the monitors and addresses the room. So, we need to get the top brass from the Spirit Association and Phuong Dich together for a sit-down immediately. Just as she turns to the chairman, some really bad news hits the desk. A face pops up on the screen. Warning! A special Rank A anomaly is closing in on the city center. ETA is within 24 hours. A massive swarm of anomalous bats is already gathering on the outskirts. Someone gasps, Rank A? Thanh Huynh barks an order to deploy the team. I'm going too, she snaps. Facing the swarm, a voice cuts through the noise. It's Rank S. Newest intel says we're looking at an unbound S tier. Red-eyed bats dive straight for his throat. Cut to the military base. It's eerily quiet, a ghost town with not a single person in sight. Up on the roof, a swarm of bats is tearing the place to pieces. Lam whips out her signature twin blades, ready for a bloody brawl. Her eyes turn lethal as her face darkens. Seconds later, she's a blur, carving through the air with a massive flurry of strikes. Done. She squints at what's ahead. Stats reveal Lam's elite power, advanced metal variation. She can mold her spiritual energy into any lethal form and boost its overall destructive power by 200%. Lam watches Hathian land and grits her teeth. These dark attribute bats just won't stop spawning. It's an endless wave, like they're trying to keep us from moving. He looks up and says, Commander Lam, looks like you're fully healed and back to your old power levels. Hathian steps closer. He scans the sky and frowns. Things look bad. We're the only top-tier officers left to hold down the entire base. Your orders, Commander? Lam mutters, My sector's signal is being jammed by those anomalies. The anti-jamming tech is dead. We're cut off from our field units and every other base in the region. Assuming the other bases are in the same mess, she readies her weapon and stares down the swarm. Here is the plan, Lam shouts the orders. Squad 1 and Squad 2, listen up. Hold this position. Do not let them touch the restricted zone. The rest of you follow me. We are breaking through to link up with the other military units. Everyone charges forward, adrenaline pumping and ready for a fight. The bat swarm swells, swallowing the entire skyline. It hits them like a ton of bricks. The restricted zone wasn't the target. They're coming for the whole city. Right then, two people are taking cover at a bus stop. Someone sprints past, yelling, Run, it's pouring! A streamer pulls out her phone, laughing. Total washout. Let me grab a poncho and I'll keep filming. This crazy weather is going viral for sure. She turns to the guy next to her. Last time, I got all bruised up just to get a trending video. Suddenly, the man next to her starts shaking violently. She sees him and her face turns ghost white. The streamer screams in horror when she realizes he's covered in blood. She is hauling tail while these freakish bats are snatching up the neighbors. Where's that gunfire coming from? There are so many of them. These things are biting people and straight up sucking their blood. Help me! Before long, one of the monsters grabs her by the collar and yanks her right up into the air. Suddenly, a glowing green arrow streaks through the sky, forcing the creature to drop her. She hits the dirt hard, looking up to see a stranger standing right there. Thanh Huynh reaches out a hand and says, My team will get you home safely. She snaps an order to the crew to protect the girl, but her frantic subordinate cuts her off. Boss, listen to me. These Class C freaks are multiplying fast, and even worse, they are actually starting to evolve. Thanh Huynh snaps back. If you know they are eating people to power up, then stop talking and get her to safety right now. She looks up and adds, Then get back here and meet me. This spot has the highest level of monster corruption in the city. They shout in agreement. Meanwhile, Phuong Dich is parkouring across skyscrapers, unsheathing his blade mid-air. He sticks the landing on a rooftop, staring down the massive, mutated bat blocking his path. He backs up slowly, realizing these creatures have already evolved to match the power of a 3-star demon. He brings his weapon to his face and lets out a massive swing, sending a golden energy wave slicing through the night. But then, he freezes. Something feels totally off. He watches the swarm and realizes this outbreak is different. This colony keeps multiplying and changing. They look dead, but they are still kicking. It is impossible to wipe them out. Plus, wherever people gather in the city, these freaks swarm in, bringing a massive wave of dark energy with them. Phuong Dich grits his teeth, realizing this dark power is creating identical corruption zones everywhere at once. This is a full-scale disaster. Finding the Spirit Association members is going to take a lot of time. One thing at a time then, he raises his hand and roars, Let this dark realm feed my spirit flowers. He thinks of the others and mutters, I have to hurry. He had already rounded up the previous scouts. Most of them are hunkered down at home now. With his cousin's help and the shelter of their houses, they should be able to hold their own against the swarm. But if this keeps up, that nightmare will become real. Survival will be next to impossible. 10 minutes later, Thanh Huynh is surrounded and swearing up a storm. Damn it, they just keep coming no matter how many I kill. She is panicking because her spirit energy is running dangerously low. Are her teammates in trouble too? Suddenly, a desperate cry for help and sobbing echoes from right behind her. Save me! Thanh Huynh rushes in to help, screaming at the top of her lungs. Crap, these anomalies are getting stronger. Their energy is almost at the spirit creation stage. We are spread way too thin, and now they are starting to raid the apartment buildings in mass numbers. It is exactly like the near disaster in the capital. She quickly fires off bolts of green light, impaling the freakish bats. She is powerful, but in seconds, the swarm closes in on her. She is wide-eyed, thinking that if this does not stop soon. Thanh Huynh stares at the cyclone of monsters in front of her. An anomaly king is about to be born. The city is spiraling into chaos. This outbreak is just as bad as the catastrophe in the capital city. Even worse, it looks like nobody can stop it. Not the Spirit Association, not even the military. Nobody can turn the tide on this mess. This death trap is closing in. The entire city is about to be wiped out. Emergency reports are flooding in. Area A's scout team just self-destructed to stop the bat swarm. The Area B squad lured the monsters into a trap before blowing themselves up to take the whole swarm of bats down with them. New alert. A dark energy anomaly has been detected. Codename Cocoon. Energy is at diamond level. Danger rank S. Disaster predictions are off the charts. The commander at the terminal reports to his superiors that the anomaly king is here. Our scouts and staff are taking heavy hits. There are just too many bats, and they are spawning faster than we can kill them. We have triggered the level S emergency plan, but the scouts from other zones won't make it here in time. A thick black mist has completely cut off the city. No reinforcements from the military can get inside. We are totally isolated now. The chairman needs to make a call. Yeah, it is do or die for this city. As a scout, I am sticking with my people until the very end. This is our home. If these monsters want to trash it, they have got to go through us first. Contact headquarters and send the final code. If we cannot stop this disaster from spreading, then we have to trigger the Scorched Earth Protocol immediately. Over at Thanh Huynh's side, she bubbles up in a shield, trying not to get eaten by those bats. She is thinking to herself, my mana tank is bone dry. If this keeps up, she is toast. She blasts a shot forward, lighting up the pitch-black void like crazy. Then she sees the beast. No way. A level 3 spirit creation realm freak? She tries to take a swing, but then it hits her crap. Her juice is almost totally tapped out. Claws rip into her, and she is free falling fast. Blood is dripping from her lip, and she has got one desperate move left. She gears up for a suicide blast. If I am going down, I am taking you with me. Boom! A massive fireball streaks past her and everything explodes. She can barely speak. Wait, is that? Seeing Phuong Dich stepping in front, she gasps. Big boss? His eyes are glowing ice and fire as he draws his blade. Divine thunder. He does not even blink while facing that massive flaming freak. He brings the thunder down hard, sending the monster flying across the field. He lands looking totally annoyed. Sorry, finding you was a real pain. Way too many of these identical freaks getting in my way. Thanh Huynh warns him, watch out. They can come back. Bats fill the sky, but he is totally chill. I know that. He charges up a glowing orb in his hand. Relax. I always finish what I start. Infinite Dark Realm. He drops the domain and says, I am a man of my word. It hits her. Right. How did I forget this city has a beast like Phuong Dich on our side? He lifts the Dark Realm, shadows swirling everywhere. He looks over and asks, you still in one piece? I am fine, she says. Thanks for the save. I have got some meds to patch myself up. Meanwhile, his eyes turn blood red. He zaps her with lightning. I cleared out that nasty shadow energy inside you. Now, use this time to wrap those cuts up. She nods, totally stunned. Wow, this top-tier lightning power is definitely the real deal. It is insane. The pain is fading fast. This stuff heals way better than those fancy, expensive meds the Spirit Association lab cooked up. Back at headquarters, a staffer points at the screen. Look, those shadow freaks are actually thinning out. Did we win? Phuong Dich shakes his head. No way. Every rescue team outside got hit hard. We have lost contact with everyone. Nobody is getting in yet. Look at the scanners. The number of monsters outside isn't dropping at all. Our guys in the city are dropping like flies. We have not heard a peep from any of them. Maybe the Monster King is waking up. The bats are probably just grouping up for the big show. I really wanted to see my folks one last time, but I guess that is over. Phuong Dich just says, fine, then make your last stand count. You guys have the intel? What are we actually fighting here anyway? Thanh Huynh finally gives him an answer. It is a Super S-class freak using the city as bait. It is as bad as that monster from the Spirit Zone. We usually call it a calamity. This cocoon is just a warning sign. Like a loud storm siren you just cannot turn off. It is like knowing a tsunami is coming, but being totally helpless to stop the wave. Something terrifying is growing in there. If it hatches, this whole city is going to be a crater. But here is the science. These freaks usually eat each other. They are basically just total cannibals with weird superpowers. In their world, eating your neighbor is the fastest way to level up. But dark types are different. Like these bats. They actually work together like a creepy hive mind. When a perfect one shows up, it is total bloodline suppression. The little guys just bow down. The lower ranks just become automatic slaves to him. We call this perfect evolution form the Monster King. Boss, I know you are strong, like way stronger than anything I have ever even seen. But you are not Kim Kang realm yet. Even the legends end up in a coma after fighting one of these. We have to scrounge for rare herbs just to keep them alive. We can't afford to lose another elite fighter to this mess. Look, just get out of here while you still can. Punch through their line and escape this city. Find the army and tell them to abandon this place. Phuong Dich just flicked her forehead. Did 20 years of school fly out of your head just because magic came back to Earth? This is my home. No matter the cost, I am not backing down. Zero regrets. Hearing that makes her feel way better. In the pouring rain, he steps forward while those bats swarm that giant orb up in the sky. He triggers his golden sun move and energy just explodes out. He is totally calm. Sacrificing a whole city just for a king's birthday party? Real cute. He reaches out a hand. Hey, is your tech and gear still working or what? Let me borrow this. Thanh Huynh is stunned. Wait, what? She hands it to Phuong Dich. Doesn't this track anomalies and call the Union? My blade is already lit. I'm heading up to kill that thing first. When the swarm bunches up, that is your window. On the monitor, the target spikes. A tech reports that the lost Pioneer signal is back online and coming in hot. Is that Captain 2? Do you copy? They watch her flight path, confused. Why is she moving that fast? She is headed straight for the epicenter of the infection. Tell her to turn back. Going in alone is a suicide mission. Lehigh grabs the radio. Agent to Thanh Huynh, do you copy? Abort mission immediately. Wait for the Union and military backup. We will find another way to handle this. Stay put and wait for orders. Fang Yi's watch starts crackling with static. He just grins at it. Finally figured out how to use this thing. Hello? Can you hear me? Lehigh yells, who is this? Where is Agent 2? Fang Yi replies, it is me. I need everyone to back me up right now. I am taking down the king at the center. Shocked, Lehigh stammers. What? You are diving into the swarm? Look, if you don't want this city turned into monster food, have every single comms tech use their gear to help me raid that cocoon and kill it. Lehigh hears the plan and makes a split-second call. All right, everyone stop whatever you are doing right now. Patch him in. Use every working satellite to scan the area and feed him every scrap of intel we have. Number 2, you are on comms. Give him the exact coordinates. The techs scramble. Satellite feed shows a massive swarm circling the giant cocoon like a dark hurricane, getting denser the closer it gets. The north line looks thin. Try that route. Main road is packed with monsters. I suggest you break through via the southeast side street instead. As Fang Yi charges up, the monitors flare. Something is wrong. The anomaly spotted you. 2 AS-rank targets detected. Level 2 stars. Watch your back. Lehigh holds his breath. But can he even dodge them? There is no retreating now. The entire observation deck starts to rattle. He lunges out, shredding the anomaly. Fang Yi asks, next? Lehigh is speechless. One strike. He one-shotted an S-rank shadow beast. Is he actually the one? The room erupts in cheers. The tyrant. It is him. We are saved. A real powerhouse was hiding here. I never knew such a strong pioneer lived among us. Fang Yi stays cold, calculating. With the demon blade buffed, the flames are crushing these shadow monsters. It is working perfectly. It is slowing down their regeneration. Finally, progress. If my level was higher, one swing would have stopped their respawn. Glowing beams of pure power now tear through the pitch-black sky like jagged lightning. Fine then. I will just have to rely on raw speed and frequency. A surge of green energy erupts from the swarm. The bats start acting weird and twitchy. They freeze mid-air. Everyone below looks up, stunned. The attack stopped? The chairman realizes this is bad. If the swarm is stopping, there is only one reason. The king is calling them. He is speeding up the hatching process. If the perimeter guards are retreating, do we have a shot? Gia Lam blasts the sky. Gia Lam turns to Wang Lin. How much longer until we are inside? He kind too. He checks the scanner. At this rate? Maybe 30 minutes. She looks up, worried. In 30 minutes, that king will have hatched. The city will be gone. Wang Lin shrugs. I am doing my best. There are 10 times more bats than we expected. Yeah, 10 times the S-rank threat. Watching the cannons fire, Gia Lam feels hopeless. Even with heavy artillery, we cannot wipe them all out. It is too much. If we don't stop this swarm, every city nearby is going to be drowned in a dark ocean. Do we really not have enough men to break through? Who knows what those other pioneers are waiting for? Do they think the fire won't reach them? Her eyes locked on a single spot where the bats were swarming. Look, what is that? The urban swarm is converging where the Monster King will be born. Bright bursts of flame are erupting from the center. Jia Lan thought to herself, wait, is that him in the middle of all those explosions? Fang Yi saw her dazed look. Wang Lin whispered, Jia Lan. She is calm now. Jia Lan barked, everyone, open fire. Don't worry about backup. We are getting into the city in the spirit zone. We will not abandon any city today. A massive fire dragon streaked across the sky, slamming into the bats. Both Jia Lan and Qing Ying stood there frozen. Lin Yi recognized that sea of flames immediately. It is my cousin. That is his sword style. The bats are furious, but they are just snacks for the fire dragon. Fang Yi sneered. You think you can actually stop me? A flaming blade slashed down. Perfect. Just what I wanted. A massive fire pillar ripped through the swarm, incinerating them all. His eyes burned with pure rage. Fang Yi is right about to break through. Suddenly, I can feel it again. Even with such thin energy around, I can feel that classic sensation of leveling up to the next stage. He stood ready for his next move. Fang Yi yelled, speed it up! One hand gripped his sword, the other conjured a growing dark energy sphere. Fang Yi called out the spirit flower. Cracks started appearing everywhere. The outer shell of the dark zone shattered. A blood-red flower bloomed as lightning crashed down. I will drain them to level up. The spirit flower is wide open, unleashing a wave of ancient, wild power. Vines shot out from the flower, impaling the bats and turning them into nutrition. Fang Yi landed right in the center of the bloom. The sky was clear. He muttered, did they seriously just run away again? I chased them into the sky and saw this massive cocoon. It looks totally creepy and weird, but it is actually just an illusion, like a reflection on the water that you can see but can't touch. But even if it is a fake image, I can still hear the king's heart thumping inside. He closed his eyes to listen. It sounded like ancient war drums thundering across a prehistoric battlefield. That roar of war could wake up the darkest and most twisted ambitions deep inside any human heart. If he is still hiding like a coward, he probably hasn't fully hatched yet. Fang Yi asked, did you find the location? We found him. The king's location has been synced to your device right now. His watch flashed red, pointing straight up. He realized it was there. Fang Yi started glowing with golden sun-breathing energy. He rocketed upward, going full throttle. That blinding energy washed over the entire night sky like a second sun. The surrounding bats were vaporized instantly. People below looked up at the brilliant light, wondering what the hell was happening. What kind of power is that? Is it fire? No, fire could never be this strong. It is pure light energy, the extreme opposite of darkness, a high-level attribute that totally wrecks the shadows. Li Hai noticed the monster count was dropping fast. The perimeter was finally starting to shrink. The anomaly level is dropping to 100. This is insane. As the tanks gather, a report comes in. The entire swarm blocking us just got some kind of order. They are all retreating back into the city. Jia Lan is waiting for Fang Yi to smash the king's gate. Wang Lin cheered. I knew it was him! That tyrant and his fireblade are unreal. I can't believe this power is the purest and most extreme light energy ever. The only problem is he is facing the Monster King alone. She yelled, move in now! He replied, wait, look at that! Something is happening. Jia Lan's eyes were full of shock. That slimy, disgusting cocoon is twitching. Is the Monster King actually starting to hatch way earlier than we expected? The hunters below are getting pissed. They are shouting that this thing is the root of all evil. Those beasts killed our people. Kill them all. I won't stop until every single anomaly is wiped off the map. Meanwhile, the spirit flower began rooting itself into the cocoon. Lin Yi watched from below, terrified of just waiting. We have to do something. We need to go help my cousin. If that thing hatches, we are all dead. The whole city will become a bloody graveyard. Qing Ying is over there working hard to heal the wounded right now. Lin Yi looked up. Look at all those B-rank and S-rank monsters. Every one of them killed our friends. Her gaze fixed on a single point. There it is, that flower he pulled out earlier. I see it. It is absorbing the power from the bats. It looks just like that ghost vine we fought before, right? Does my cousin actually have the power to control that wild energy too? This is totally insane. Look, the pioneer girl is letting it rip. Everyone, channel your spirit energy into that vine net right now. Let it soak up every bit of power we have. Everyone jumped in and followed suit. High up, the president saw the whole thing go down. He is stunned seeing that energy flood the flower. Is a Pathfinder really trying to nuke the anomaly with that move? Hold up, that is not it. They are not strong enough to hit that monster directly way up in the sky. Roots are drinking it up. The president finally gets it. Man, they are actually fueling that plant, Phuong Dich called out. Then he flexes his own power. I have to help the kid too. And everyone else? They did not even blink. Count me in, and us too. A massive wave of spirit energy from all three just exploded out. Thanh Huynh froze mid-heel. She felt it. Energy from every corner of the city was screaming toward that spirit flower. She stops and looks up, eyes wide. This is it, the combined power of every single pathfinder in this city. She adds her own spark, energy glowing in her hand. Bring it on, Monster King. Humanity is not going down without a fight. The spirit flower is peaking now, glowing with a crazy, blinding golden light. Total power move. Those monsters are losing it, but Fang Yi's blade is turning them into confetti. Then, his watch screams, "Watch out!" The entire swarm of mutant bats from outside the city is diving straight for his head. 200,000 B-rank monsters are like 3-star demons, plus 100,000 A-rank spirits and that big S-class jerk waiting at the top. He is totally swamped by bats, but his golden aura is keeping him safe as he spins around. Phuong Dich stares at the cocoon, totally chill. Pointless, man. Bring an army, bring 100. I am still going to trash every last one. The king is hatching early? Guess he is terrified. I will just end him before he even gets his morning coffee. The monster hates the trash talk and reaches out with one nasty claw. Fang Yi grips his sword. It is go time. Here we go! The king's head pops out with those creepy blue eyes. It let out a roar that literally shook the air. There is a massive power sphere under its feet. The ground is literally splitting open. Everyone is panicking like, is this an earthquake or what? Crap, can this king really just pop out of his shell and wipe us off the map that easily? Everyone is holding their breath. From Lam to Thanh Huynh, every single eye is glued to the kid. Lam Y is praying he makes it through. Then, his voice cuts through the air like ice. You are the king of shadows, the jerk behind this whole mess. Behind him, the spirit flower blooms into a shield. I grew up here. I love this place, and I am not letting you ruin it. The king just opens his huge maw. It blasts out power, and Phuong Yi's face goes totally stone cold. He is not playing around. The powers collide, and Fang Yi snaps. Just die already. Boom. An explosion rocks the area. He is staring down the king's giant eye like a pro. It roars. A brat like you dares defy me? Fang Yi feels the pressure. Something is definitely off. This king is on another level. He took a full power hit right to the face and he is still standing. That is unreal. Even after getting cooked by all that yang energy, the guy is still kicking. He actually swallowed me whole. This stomach acid is eating through everything, and the dark energy in here is just off the charts. Seriously nasty stuff. Any other pioneer would have been turned into mush by now. Not a single trace of them would be left. Weird. This kind of evolution usually only happens with the really smart, high-level monsters. Is he not worried I will wreck him from the inside? Because the guts are definitely the weak spot. Phuong Dich drops a flaming fist just to test the waters. Fire explodes from his hand as he hits the floor. He scowls. Okay, the acid is definitely nerfing my powers, but I am not out of the fight yet. I can still hurt him. If it bleeds, I can kill it. Let us get this over with. The king used some move that dragged my spirit flower inside with me. Lucky for me, it already soaked up a ton of that dark energy. Plus, it has got all that extra spirit juice sent in by the pioneers back in the city. He looks at the fading flower. What is the matter? You not a fan of this dark energy or something? I definitely did not see that coming. A desolate spirit flower that actually hates the king's dark energy? That is a new one for the books. I was planning to gut this thing from the inside out. He slams the ground, and the king calls in the bats. Number 81 is panicking. Why, what is going on? She is like, I have no clue where my cousin went. The coordinator's voice booms over the speakers. Everyone, exit in an orderly fashion. No shoving, no trampling. Just keep moving. We will keep you safe. Meanwhile, Thanh Huynh is thinking, Phuong Dich is literally fighting inside that monster's gut right now. Everyone is holding the line, keeping those freak bats and the Monster King from trashing the whole city. We have to wrap up this evacuation. Fast. Lam is up there playing chess with lives to keep casualties low. Looking at that Monster King, she knows we have to move before we all get wiped out. It is creating a massive vortex, straight up devouring every bat in sight. His eyes widen as a glob of nasty slime rains down on him. He holds his breath, pushing his energy out, but a nasty patch of goo still sticks to his shoulder. His eyes narrow to slits. This just got real. Everything goes blurry until a loud rip snaps him back. Ruins everywhere. Turns out, there is a massive anomaly king hiding in the building right behind him. As the monster swings, he spins around, palms glowing with spiritual energy. Then it hits him. His power is completely gone. That massive fist is about to turn him into a pancake. He panics for a second, then vaults off a rock. He thinks, dodged it. Looks like his body still remembers all that training from his past life. This has to be an illusion created by the anomaly. It is trying to gaslight him into thinking he is back in the past, before he ever woke up as a pioneer. When it tries to stomp him into the dirt, he barely rolls away. Then it clicks. This monster is not nearly strong enough to steal his powers. Its actual level is totally mid. He closes his eyes. His power is still there. He just needs to figure out how to break this wall. He has to break the illusion. This fake world is hiding the monster's real weak spot. The Monster King grabs him and laughs. You fell for it, loser. Once you are in here, you never leave. Look, an idea sparks. Its eyes glow blood red, and half of its face twists into something pure nightmare. That face morphs into his own. It opens its mouth and says, "Game over. This is where you belong. Accept your fate." You think that little bit of power can actually stop me? Please. Humans are just snacks for my evolution. But he stays chill. Oh, is that what you think? Is that the best you got? His energy starts exploding. Guess you didn't know who you were messing with. I was reborn just to protect my family and everyone else. A wave of spiritual energy slams the king. In midair, his body erupts into massive flames. His hair and eyes turn into fire. He gives the order to finish it. 3 giant spirit hands appear out of nowhere. System notification. Requirements met for breakthrough. Do you want to advance to level 2 spirit realm? He raises his sword high. Hey, Monster King. Thanks for the free level up. My rebirth is the turning point for this world. I am the one chosen to end your whole species. It creates a vortex to pull him in, laughing. You are just a puny ant. I thought you were special, but you are just a level 2 weakling trying to pick a fight. He just stands there as the power surges toward him, then casually steps back to dodge it. It mocks him. You can't hide, human. Just hurry up and become my next meal. Suddenly, the laughter dies. It screams, "What is this? My body, my beautiful body, you dirty little human." A fiery punch lands right in its gut. He follows up with a wind burial. The 9 dragons' heaven fire burns the evil away. As the flames close in, the king shrieks. This is way more than level 2 power. High above, a glowing orb shines like a tiny sun, wiping the anomalies out. The king's glowing red eyes are slowly swallowed by a thick black mist. Finally, the blue sky returns. The dark mist gets sucked into the void realm right in front of him. He absorbs it all with a cold stare. The dark realm is closing up. Finally, success. It is finally over. The crowd below is in shock. They start cheering. It's done. The city is still standing. We didn't get wiped out. We actually lived to see another day. We are saved. Lam looks at the dawn. The sun is up. Wang Lin asks if they are going. We have our own work to do, like getting everyone's lives back to normal and fixing this broken city. Back in the control room, everyone is hugging. We did it. We actually did it. We actually pulled it off. Stopping Wang was wild. It feels like a total dream, like we actually did something. Good thing he showed up and wrecked that king. Without him, the whole city would be toast, and we would have been the ones blamed for everything. We would have been dead and disgraced. Thanh Huynh asked, trembling. Are they still alive? Are they okay? The chairman tried to calm her. Relax. Our medical center is still standing. The swarm didn't tear it down. She nodded. Look, without Fang Yi, those guys would have 0 chance. Sometimes I just have to wonder, who exactly is this guy? Where did he even come from to get this good? Why is he so insanely powerful? He keeps flipping the script and making miracles happen. He does the stuff no one else can even imagine. He rubbed his chin. Well, HQ is definitely going to notice this fight, right? Thanh Huynh answered, that light show in the sky? It means he just hit Spirit Creation level 2 star. At this level, someone else is going to scout him before we can. She stared at Fang Yi in the distance. When I first started watching him, I thought I could keep up. Now? He has totally left me in the dust. Like, seriously. Knowing what I know about his talent and energy, his potential is through the roof. It is beyond peak. His real power is likely way higher. Forget this place. In all of Great Sha, he is the ultimate prodigy, the top dog. The chairman nodded. That beam reached the clouds. The fire dragon seal wiped the monsters off the map. Everyone saw it. People are definitely talking now. The hype is only going to get crazier, not just among the pioneers, but even the regular citizens. The word is out on the street now. We need to move fast. Thanh Huynh was totally shocked. What? The chairman smiled. The wind barrier? Cool name. Meanwhile, number 81 was chasing Lin Yi. Hey, Yi, slow down and wait for me, will you? You only care about him. Where is my cousin? She told him to chill. Stop rushing. Let us just head home. Lin Yi froze, her eyes landing on a spot. She whispered to him, Look, cousin, go check on them. Fang Yi walked over and asked, Why are you guys out here looking for me? How are you feeling? Can you move? Lin Yi replied, I knew it. You need our help to walk. He smiled. I am fine. You did a great job. Fang Yi thought to himself, that king was no joke. I haven't been this beat up in forever. That final seal play, I burned through almost all my energy after hitting level 2 star. Now I have got these two kids worrying about me. Go figure. When she touched him, Lin Yi felt it. She asked him straight up, "Wait, cousin, did you level up again? Spirit creation level 2 star? This speed is insane. Just how much talent do you actually have in there?" Number 81 was shook. What? Big Boss leveled up? The news is everywhere. The man who saved the city, super pioneer. The mysterious Wind Barrier, the guy who sliced the king in one hit. Who is this legendary hero guy? How strong do you have to be to solo a king? Everyone is talking about it. He is so cool. I thought we were dead. The Spirit Association and the army couldn't do a thing, but he stopped the disaster alone. Who is this Wind Barrier guy anyway? He does not even have any official backing. Can someone really get this strong solo? Is there some secret force behind him that I can't see? He feels like one of those hidden trump cards Great Xia keeps off the books. A real ghost. Looking at the news on his screen, Jianglu cursed. Damn it, I knew it. That is the same guy. He just took down a king that was literally about to wipe the city. He felt like losing to a master like that was actually the luckiest break of his whole life. Jianglu started rushing out. Li Yu yelled from behind. "Young master, where are you going?" He shouted. "I am going to beg him to be my master." He muttered to himself, "Well, I bet a ton of people are going to be looking for him now." Cut to Sioux City. In a meeting room, someone asked the group, "What is everyone looking at over there?" A guy smoking a cigarette said, "I wanted to see the army and the association destroy each other. This is a real letdown for me." Another one ordered someone to grab a high-end gun and meet him. The third guy just laughed and said, "No way. This guy is special. He is like a savior. A gun is way too cheap for him." A photo hit the table, the Wind Barrier. A sharp nail slashed right through the picture. The photo caught fire. "Not a rush," he whispered. "Anyone in our way, no matter how strong, will be crushed into dust." His eyes burned with a cold, murderous glare. A knock sounded at his door. "Hello? Is Phuong Yi home?" When he opened it, two people were standing out there waiting. Thanh Huynh showed up with gifts, the chairman by her side. "We messed up big time letting that S-rank threat get in here. If it wasn't for you, this disaster would have been permanent and totally fatal. On behalf of the Spirit Association, we want to say thank you." Fang Yi stayed calm. "No big deal. Come in and talk." Lin Yi went to get them some water. Thanh Huynh scans the room. "So this is a big shots pad? What's the military even doing with their budget? The association really needs to find him a better spot." The chairman speaks up. "Actually, the association sent us for one more thing. We want to debut the Burial Sealer title. Right now, every city has its own heavy-hitting pioneers. They're basically celebrities in the world of the awakened. This S-class anomaly is a total nightmare. We want this title to turn Tai City into a major strategic hub. After this S-class mess, we definitely need a legendary, fearless pioneer to lead us. Future anomalies will get way more frequent and intense." He's totally shocked about the abandonment. She confirms it, saying it's all the same in the end. "Without you, everyone here is dead meat anyway." Lam Y realizes. "I see it now. I clearly didn't realize how brutal this world became after the mana surge. Don't be so gloomy, Y. I focused on training and ignored the city's growth. Before the revival, Tai City was important, but it wasn't even close to being in the top 3. The top cities are Shen City, Tian City, and Shang City too. Honestly, this disaster is actually a massive opportunity for us. Now cities are tracking pioneer power and regional strategies. Stronger pioneers mean higher rankings and way more government resources. Even rogue pioneers are starting to join local associations. Everyone needs a rock-solid foundation. People need a beacon of hope on this evolutionary path. We'll keep your identity secret. Let's lean into the mystery and let them guess." Fang Yi nods. "Staying mysterious is way smarter than going public." Lam Y chimes in. "Exactly. People's imaginations are usually scarier than reality." He agrees. "Fine by me. This helps me and my people. Let's work together then." They shake on it. Deal. Under the association and military's lead, the city recovers at light speed. The city heals and the wounded get help. This disaster actually forced the world back into order. At the association's headquarters, everyone's gossiping. Who's the sealer who cleared the S-class? Among the new recruits, he's the ultimate standout. He's got a rare sun attribute, the direct opposite of darkness, truly blessed. He actually has multiple high-tier powers. That viral video of the fire blade? High-level fire and lightning attributes too. And there is more mystery. Wu Nu joins in. "Discussing the burial sealer? Mind if I check the file?" "Sure, go ahead." So many geniuses are appearing. People won't believe it until they see his style. We'll meet soon. Over at a library, Thanh Ly is hard at work. Some guy tries to chat her up. She's not having it. "This is a library. Go away." What a loser. He has no idea how the world changed. Exams are over and I have mana. 1-star Ghost Realm. Being a Pathfinder is insanely rare, and lucky me, I am the chosen one. Guess that is how I dodged that Thai City disaster. Normies cannot fight these anomalies, especially those total losers. Wait, I remember him. Was he just some random classmate? Looking like he used to. Those bats would have sucked him dry years ago. Weird. I thought that genius was some bum. This sealer is way better. Only a badass Pathfinder fits me. Phuong Yi is standing there holding the deed to the house. Let us just chill and go house hunting today. Lin Yi slides her shades down. Hey cousin, is it cool if we skip training today? Honestly, Ling Zi actually has a point here. Beyond just leveling up, you gotta fix your lifestyle. Meet Captain Su Bao. Qing Ying chimed in. Your living situation definitely needs an upgrade. Let us go look together. Stepping into that mansion, she totally lost it. No clue Captain Su had these connections. A penthouse like this? No way. Su says he is giving us 2? For real? Fang Yi stayed cool, no big deal. We are in the age of spirit recovery now. Everyone knows a powerful Pathfinder is worth more than any house. This shift is just crazy. I figured I would just grab some cash and training gear to survive. A scent hits Lin Yi. She frowns. Do you smell that rot? Like a backed up sewer? Something is wrong. Lived here forever, but never smelled this rot.